Gaijin ruined
America's
my Silent
dumb.
Hills.
Silent Hills?
Back when I made that really long rant video about
Silent
the
Hill
Silent
Downpour.
Hill Downpour being a piece of crap.
What is Silent Hills?
What is a man?
What is a man
That's a good question.
except for poo-poo, caca, doo-doo?
Doo-doo. Remember I sent you that text, like the pee-pee poo-poo.
The pee-pee poo-poo bye-bye man. The pee-pee poo-poo caca man.
Are we streaming?
We are now.
Yo, yeah, we're fucking streaming all right.
Okay, guys. I like the stream. Oh, is that what the green button is?
Yes, and then you can tell because it says
It's
on
on
air.
On air. Okay.
Yeah.
Where's the applause sign?
It's right with the thumbs up right here.
Thumbs up my butthole.
It's a silent applause. Speaking of,
Jazz hands.
Jizz
no,
hands.
I wish there had been a silent jazz hands applause at the fucking Rise of Skywalker, which I went to go see this night.
How was it?
there actual applause?
Yeah, people stood up and applauded at the movie theater, and every time that happens, there's like a voice inside my head going, "Who the fuck claps at a movie theater?"
People who
Ray can
thought-
hear me through the screen.
Oh my god, I really want Ray to fuck me.
Bone.
I wonder how many beta orbiters she has now.
I don't know, but
Well, how would you rate it?
honestly, I would say it was probably the better of the 3 new movies, but that's not saying a lot at all.
How's it compared to the prequels?
You know what? I honestly could say it is better than the prequels.
Is it better
Believe it or not, the way this one ended, I could say it was better than the prequels for
Did
sure.
Luke die?
Yeah, he just cracked my neck. I'm already dead because I was talking about Star Wars.
How about Luke? Is he dead? Luke Skywalker?
He's
Spoilers?
dead and buried.
Yay.
He'll never come back in spirit form. That's not what happened.
Good.
Spoilers on tonight's
mean-
stream.
Spoiler alert. There's plenty of
Trigger
Star
warning.
Wars spoilers for people who...
Why do people just disappear in Star Wars now? Like, why did that become
No one
a
ever's
thing?
really gone.
No one's ever really gone. That video is one of the best videos on YouTube.
Was no one ever really gone in 9?
What?
Was there no one ever really gone in 9? Was Palpatine back in 9?
Yeah, that's spoiled. That was spoiled. Like that's not even a spoiler. That's a spoiler in the trailers. He's just cackling in the background like.
I should have been in the first one.
He was my favorite thing about this movie. I mean, surprising ever.
How about Vader? Was he back in this movie too? Already?
No, I mean his mask is in there.
There's Mask.
I mean, technically,
Was Kit Fisto in the Was Kit Fisto there?
no, he's definitely dead.
Damn it.
He's never coming
They
back.
don't call him Kit Fisto because he's into chicks.
Good old Plinkett
I love that. Like, why don't they just hit him with the squid guy? They don't call him Kit
Fisto because he's into
into
chicks. He's got the tentacles all over his head.
I think my favorite part of the whole thing was just where like, I killed them. They're dead. And the children. I slaughtered them like animals.
slaughtered them like animals.
And then she marries him 2 days later. You know what?
Take it back. He completely understands women.
You learned it, my friend.
Fuck, I hate these little bastards.
They hate you too.
Who
Sure
doesn't?
they do. Ah, he's gonna crack my neck again.
You're a bad gamer. You're the worst gamer ever.
I hate how those little bastards have like a really fucking powerful attack like that.
They would not look like they would have a power. Oh, by the way, why are there so many like tiny little shriveled up fucking people with creepy hats and who are naked in this world?
I don't
Japanese
know.
mythology.
There's I guess
All
there's
you got is 2 words right there, man.
an abundance of creepy short hunchbacks.
There's a legit Oni demon. I doubt it's in this game. That literally is. It's not. It's a harmless one. It comes out as like this normal guy who's looking for help in an alleyway, and he lures you in. Then when he comes, he bends over, and then he shows his butt, and there's an eyeball in his butt.
That's true. I've seen that, and it's
That's
always
legit,
really.
It's a legit demon in Japanese mythos. This is the eyeball butt demon.
Wait, okay, real quick. Oni and Oni, right, are different words, right?
Yes.
Oni is the generic word for demons.
Right. But then Oni with 2 eyes, right? Is a
Oni
different
is something different. Yeah. There's Oni and Oni. If you want to, I'll look up Oni for you.
Why the fuck? Why are wait? Is Oni sister or
Oni-chan.
yeah? So does that mean that sisters are demons? Demon sisters?
Well,
Maybe.
no, because
Oni.
there's Oni, which is like owner, ogre, or demon.
That's
But
hot.
I think, hold on, maybe it's.
Oh wow, someone's actually watching the chat. What the fuck is wrong with you? Get a life.
1 o'clock in the morning, even.
1:22 in the
Oni
morning.
is brother. Oni, you gotta extend the I.
One.
Oni, One-chan is older sister. There's Imoto, which is younger sister, and Ototo, which is younger brother.
Oh yeah, Otokonoko.
And then there's also this. There's also Obasan and Obasan. Obasan and Obasan. That's grandma.
I fucking hate
Oji-
the long vowels.
Oji-san. Uncle. Oji-san. Grandfather.
That's irritating.
Oji-san.
You get
Oji-san.
you get a longer e because you're old.
Yep.
Oji.
And on top of it, you got this. That's sort of proper
Oji.
because you don't say like Obasan. Oji. You go like soba and soba and sojo, soji. Yeah, sojo and soji, which means like my. And then it goes like and even like mother's like okasan, which is like other person's mother, and there's like haha for your own mother, and then it's like
Mommy.
yeah, then it's like chichi for dad, and then it's like oh, I always forget the father one, but it's like oh, and it's the same
Fuck
kanji
you, Dad.
too, and it's the same kanji, chichi, but if you have the old son,
Yeah.
the kanji's different, it's pronounced different.
All the words I know in Japanese are like otokonoko and konojo wa.
Kanojo is like girl, but also but usually like kanojo if you say it in a term means girlfriend.
Oh yeah.
But it also can be used for girl. Kanojo can mean girl or girlfriend depending on tone
Hey, yeah. I get it.
and context. Because if I say like kanojo to deito shimashita, it means I've had a date with my girlfriend.
They have high and low tones, right? In Japanese, instead of having all those crazy like Mandarin tones or whatever, they just have high and low in Japanese, right?
Usually, not necessarily, because the thing is, each kana is pretty much outside of like wa and ha. Every
they can
kanji,
jump
every
really
kana and phonetic sounds the same. You might have different like dialects that have different up and downs, but that's
Man, they just get you fucked, huh? You can't get
Yeah,
out of
what's worse is that they fucking ambush you, and there's like 100 of them. These guys wouldn't be shit if there weren't like 4 of them at the same time.
it. And they also can jump super far from like one thing to the next.
they look like the freaking toadstools from Mario, and like if they just
But
got
evil?
mad.
They're like
yeah.
super fucking powerful Goombas.
You know what it is? Remember you remember Mega Man X4? Remember Split Mushroom?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Split.
That boss is easy as shit.
This is not. This is Split Mushroom in ancient times before he got neutered. What am I fighting?
Vincent Olmo says, "What do we got going on these Mickey Mouse motherfuckers over here?" Sup, Sleeps.
Alright, is he calling me Mickey Mouse?
He's
Four of them.
calling. I believe he's calling the tiny red men Mickey Mouse.
They're like, ha, heard you were talking shit.
I'm gonna stab your back.
Gonna stab you in the fucking back, break your neck. Ha.
I have a question. If remember that one picture? It shows like Goofy and Minnie like sort of like hugging and like sort of like being close together, and then Goofy looks at the camera and says shh, and in the back you see like Mickey
Staring solemnly
Yeah.
as he's being cheated on. Yeah.
How do you think that would go if like Mickey confronted him and then like try and act it out, Moles? How would
Yes,
that go
please
down?
voice act us for us now
He'd be like,
on demand. Yes, please.
I was like, Goofy, I saw the 2 of you that night. You thought I didn't, you motherfucker. I'd be like, gosh, Mickey, I don't understand what you're talking about.
Wait, was that Hank Hill or Goofy?
I don't know. I can't do a good
No, it was
Goofy.
good. It was good.
I'm sorry.
Gosh, Mickey, I couldn't help myself.
She's-
Minnie's pussy's just so tight. You're like, Goofy, I know. It's not your fault. That's why I have to kill you. He like pulls out a little tiny gun. He's like, you cannot defeat me, Mickey. My power level is beyond your comprehension.
And then does Minnie come in? Stop it, Mickey!
She's like, stop it. Oh my god. You're not I can't do
Why are
a
you
Minnie.
fighting
I'm
after me?
I don't want to be fought over. I'm not some kind of prize to be won.
Aren't you though?
And he's like,
Minnie, come on.
he's like, oh, you know we don't really care about that feminist bullshit. You just say that because it's what girls will buy money for. They'll fucking they'll buy our movies because they believe that bullshit.
Vincent Olmont says it was all about the Cactus Men memoirs from Mario, the ones where you can eat their bodies as they amble back and forth.
Oh my goodness, that's fucking dark.
What the fuck?
Super dark Mario world.
I want there
Super
to be,
Dark Mario fan theory on Did You Know Gaming.
I want there to be a Mario Mouse or a Mickey Mario, basically. I
Mario.
want to see that.
And there's gonna be a Mario movie by Elimination Studios pretty soon, and I guarantee it'll have something like if not as bad as that, then certainly close.
Can't wait. Can you do Mario's jumping noises, but as Mickey?
Wahoo! Ho-ho! Oh no! Wah 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 wah!
That's Luigi, man.
Yeah.
Oh well.
That sounds about right.
Did I ever tell you my idea for a Grand Theft Auto game was Grand Theft Auto Disneyland?
Grand Theft Auto
What?
Disneyland.
And like each, you know, like there's different islands, but you unlock different parts of the park. And you got like your Mickey, and you got like Don is the Don. You know, Donald Duck's the Don of a mafia, and Huey, Dewey, and Louie are like his muscle, his nephews, or like his muscles.
Disney could totally make that game. They would make so much fucking money. It's disgusting.
Yeah, I just thought like GTA did. I thought when I was in Disney, I was like, imagine a GTA in Disneyland.
You should go pitch. You straight up. I'm not kidding. You should go to Disney and pitch that fucking loaf off.
And then like you could, and then you could like have like Goofy be like Mickey's lawyer or something. If it wasn't quit, you gotta quit. And he's like, and the reason he acts like this, he's on coke, so he's addicted. He has the weird impediment because it's the coke acting.
It's like that episode where Goofy was addicted to cigarettes. Yeah.
Ever seen that weird short Mickey goes to Vietnam?
No.
What?
It's like a 45-second short where Mickey Mouse enlists in the army to see the world, gets shipped to Vietnam, then dies 5 seconds into Vietnam, and
Holy
it zooms on
shit.
his face at its end.
Not real.
It's real. It's not made by Disney.
Yeah.
It was made by a parody artist,
Oh,
but
okay.
Disney's threatened to sue, but they published it in like Czechoslovakia back in the 70s or something like
I was
that.
gonna say we're being gaslit right now.
Yeah.
No, seriously, you should
That's
take a
fucking
look.
hot though. I need to see that.
It's technically an officially published work, but they published it and it's in a film face like now. The actual film's in like Sarajevo, Serbia or something like that.
That sounds badass. I'll definitely.
You can take a look. Literally just called Mickey Goes to Vietnam. Like not even a minute long. It's hilarious. He just goes out, shot in the head, dies, and it just zooms in on his dead body for like 10 seconds.
So Vincent almost wants to know, Goofy versus Shaggy, whose power level is higher?
Probably at first Shaggy.
I would say
Like
Goofy. In
Shaggy
general.
would like show up with like a really cocky attitude, and it would be like he's going to win, and he kills Goofy. He actually kills Goofy, but then Goofy resurrects and comes back as like a horrible two-headed
Goofy uses the
slug.
Force?
Because the copyright laws that Disney provided allowed him second life.
Yeah.
Long
yeah.
after the 20 years of artist's death, he's now eternal.
Artist
like,
lifetime plus
You
20
cannot
years.
defeat me,
Plus
Shaggy.
70 years. What are you talking about?
Well, I know it used to be artist lifetime. It used to just be artist life. Come on, it should just be artist lifetime.
It should, I'm cool with like artist lifetime plus like 2 or 3 years for the family to keep.
Shit, 10
That's-
years. 10 years. How about that?
Shag
Artist
'em.
lifetime plus 10 years.
So his family can keep,
Yeah.
the artist family can have some money afterwards. But after that, public domain. Because Mickey Mouse should be public domain. Well.
Oh good lord! Oh good lord! This is gonna
yeah,
get this is
Mickey
gonna
Mouse
get
should
heavy.
definitely be public domain. It should have been fucking public domain like in the 70s,
Uh-huh.
honestly.
This shit's about to get
They
hairy.
should get rid of They should get rid of the Disney laws for copyright, and people on Twitter should go. Those were instigated by a company that was founded on anti-Semitic values.
Why did you turn
Because Walt Disney.
Because I'm dumb.
Because Walt Disney very unabashedly hated Jewish people.
Oh man, that's actually a great pitch for like ruining Disney.
Because he unabashedly. If you remember, Family Guy made that joke about the cryogenic frozen. He woke up. Are the Jews there? Yes, put me back in. Remember that joke from Family Guy?
I don't know if that was. I feel like that's just a myth. I feel like
No,
that's just
he
a
legitimately
popular.
hated. He also legitimately hated fucking unions. He was like very adored Nazi. Like the
Really?
Nazis loved him. For
Oh
fuck's
wow!
sake.
Jeez, that's nuts.
Yeah, but he also did like
He made those cartoons because he was also America
Yeah.
first. He was America first, but he was sort of a sympathizer.
Weird.
yeah, but like that's kind of like a weird thing to say because like my grandparents like donated money to the Bund, which was like a pro-Nazi like group, but it was before like people knew what the Nazis were, right? And so
Yeah.
like you get to the point like during the war and people kind of realize what's going on with the Nazis, and that's when like our idea of like what modern Nazis are
Kind of a
comes out.
hindsight, yeah.
But it's just weird. But it is weird that he also did. He also, if you notice it, like think about this too, about how he wanted Disneyland to be the perfect world. Because notice when you're in Disneyland, you can't see outside Disneyland ever.
Yeah,
The
Disney's
whole.
terrifying.
If you think about it, anywhere in the park, outside of, like on certain parts of the monorail, you can't see outside Disneyland. Once you're in Disneyland,
Yeah,
Think
that's
about
the
when
way
you
they
walk
built
in.
it.
Yeah, they built it like you're in the strips with all the shops in the beginning. You can't see outside and see the rest of Anaheim.
No, the whole place is designed to make you think the whole world is Disneyland.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you go like even on like Splash Mountain where you're way up, or Thunder Mountain where you're really on high vantage points. You look around, you can't see outside the Disney park.
Yeah, for sure.
If you're
You can't, huh?
You can't even on Splash Mountain, even on Thunder Mountain. If you on the high point, you look left and right, you can't see outside the park.
The thing is, you used to be able to. I know you used to be able to because I used to be able to see the hotel that you could stay in, but I don't think you can anymore. Because
Nope.
the last time I
Nope.
went, I don't remember being able to see out of the
No,
park.
you can't anymore. It's impossible. The California Adventure you can. That
Yeah.
wasn't- But no, Disneyland, there's no part in Disneyland outside of a certain part of the monorail when you're going in and out that you can see outside.
I'm
That's
about
crazy.
to. I'm about to really hate my life right now
Why?
But no,
because I have to fight.
that's why.
this
That's
little
why
fucker.
I love Disneyland, but at the same time, I'm creeped out by it. It's like this is.
Oh, yeah.
It's when you really put things into perspective. Like this is unsettling. I'm like not in the real world. I'm literally cut off.
Yeah,
And
I hate Disney and I like Disneyland,
Mm-hmm.
but it does have some unsettling qualities to it.
Also, speaking of Disney films, best girl Mulan, hands down. There's not even
There was a
goddamn-
trailer for that at the Rise of Skywalker,
for Mulan.
the remake.
Yeah. I'm
Oh,
curious to see it
no.
because it's got the girl from fucking Jet Li films.
Live
in it.
action remake?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. They're doing that for every fucking
Yeah.
Disney movie now.
I'm
It's-
gonna go see that one because it literally has the girl from the Jet Li Kung Fu flicks as Mulan, and I really like Jet Li films, and I really like her because she's an absolute cutie. So they got me on that one.
So Vincent Olmo says Mercedes-Benz was also pretty anti-Semitic. Should their cars become public domain too?
Totally, do it. Mow down.
Oh, this is NorCal. This is Mr. Crispy.
Yeah.
That's who is the third wheel tonight. Actually, technically, I'm the third wheel. Let's be honest.
I'm a rotating guy who comes in every once in a while. I'm just in the area.
And he happened to be in the area for giving me my Christmas gift, which was the art book of Sekiro, the game we're playing currently.
Sick as shit.
But it's just what were we talking about with Mulan? I mentioned to Moles here is Mulan is the only Disney princess with a body count, and it's a huge ass body count. She annihilated entire armies in Avalanche,
Hell
That's
yeah.
pretty sweet. That's
And
a pretty
she-
sweet weapon too.
and she blew up the general afterwards. So she has a
She should get like a badass sword, name it Avalanche.
Because seriously, I thought about that. Like, she's the best girl. Cause I'm talking about think about that song that Arnold Schwarzenegger all like. Wait and see when we're through, boys will gladly go to war for you. Fuck it, she went to war herself, and fuck you, fighting for me. No, I'm going to war.
Because she loved her dad, and all of the best characters have good relationships with their fathers.
Yep, she wanted to bring honor to the family. Mulan, best girl. She's the best Disney princess, and she's not even really a princess. She's a warrior. They legit had to change the rules for Disney princess to add Mulan as a Disney princess.
It's true.
Because of the
Because
the
in fact she
war.
wasn't royalty. She wasn't.
Because the monarchy is an outdated
They,
concept.
they added active heroism as a qualifier for Disney princess.
Really?
Yeah, they did. They legitimately added just to add Mulan.
So wait, doesn't that mean that like, like Sleeping Beauty and stuff are not? Disney
No, she's a
princesses?
princess.
Oh, okay.
She's royalty.
Yeah, Sleeping Beauty was a princess. That's
Also,
like literally the first
yeah.
Disney princess.
I thought Snow White.
Yeah.
Was she?
I'm
I'm
pretty
pretty.
sure
I'm pretty fucking sure Sleeping Beauty came before Snow White.
This is
Because
what
think
we
about it. Because
grew up
because Sleeping Beauty. Because okay, Princess Aurora was a princess. You had Snow White married the Prince Charming, who kissed her in the forest when she was knocked out. That would get you arrested nowadays, by the way. Disney, you're teaching me bad manners. If I find a girl passed out in the forest and I go to kiss her, I'm going to jail. I'm not going to get married and have a happy life. Fuck you, Disney.
Disney lied to me. I cannot.
And
get.
then
Snow White is first in 1938. Cinderella's 1950. Sleeping Beauty is 1959. Holy shit.
So I was wrong.
She was second. She's second.
The Little Mermaid is the fourth Disney princess, and it came out the year after I was born, 1989. That's
Yeah.
crazy to me.
That's where I was born.
That is
already,
insane.
But no, she's but no, my favorite. But no, Mulan's my favorite princess. It's funny because her movie is like, and then my second favorite movie has my favorite villain though. My favorite villain is Claude Frollo from Hunchback, hands down, best villain. That villain's sick.
He's cool. I really liked Hades a lot.
Hades is
You know what's
nice.
cool about the French version of Hunchback You know how, like, in the English version, he sort of uses, like, euphemisms to explain his desires and lust for Esmeralda?
Yeah.
In the French version, there's no subtlety. It's just
straight up.
blammo.
Give me your tits. I
Like, he
love
flat out-
your
he,
tits.
he, like, talks about, like
like fire.
fondling her...
burning in my loins.
Like that. Like, it's seriously, like, he's, like, talking about how he has uncontrollable lust and... like, by word, like, lust and desires and her shape of her breasts, like, oh my, in the song, like, wow, there is no subtlety in the French version of this song.
Well, there you go. I guess they were just
Though-
horny fuckers, the French.
Though, to be honest, though, like, nothing against the French guy was a fine singer and all. You can't top Tony J though. Tony J's voice is just that.
Oh,
awesome.
of course not. That's just sacrilege to even suggest.
I wasn't trained to kill the innocent, sir.
But you were trained to follow orders. Fuck you. Piece of shit.
Vincent Olmo says, Rolo, 3rd gen Nazi confirmed. I knew when I saw him goose stepping in his Jordans the other day. Which George Schreier probably said, I'm wearing Adidas. I only wear German shoes.
Jesus. But no, I don't know. But no, when it comes to Disney, I've always had Mulan. But then again, that's not shocking if you know me and my preferences. And plus, I played a bunch of fighting games, so I see Mulan, and most of my fighting game mains are Asian girls in those games anyway. So I'm saying, oh, this is gonna kick ass.
So you play as characters in fighting games exclusively if you want to fuck them, right?
Pretty much. If you see my fighting game mains, I only play the female fighters.
It's true.
In fighting games, outside of like one game where I played the dude in a team because they synergize with the characters. But
I gotta say, I watched people play fighting games a lot, and I swear there's a ton of cases where like the person does a kick or whatever and stun locks them, and then the animation takes less time than the stun lock lasts, and they can perpetually stun lock you once they get one hit.
That's a plus frame setup, and there's usually a way out. What game? It depends on the game. Because if it's a really bad Kosoge game, yes, there are games like that have that in the really old 90s and early 2000s where they didn't really balance it.
Yeah.
But now in most fighting games now, there's usually, if there's plus frames, there's a way out of it, or they have to make a guess afterwards. And if you try to abuse that plus frame setup, there's not enough plus frames to where you can't interrupt it anymore.
Okay, that's good.
Because in old games, I remember there were a few games where if you do a setup and you would get him in the corner, you would do the stun lock block string, and then you couldn't get out of it.
Yeah.
Though sometimes to get out of it, you would just get counter hit, so they'd have to set you up for it again. But you would see it coming, you just do the thing that counters inside of that. Rank up.
That was one of the things that always like pissed me off, and I know that they fix it in a lot of like modern games, or they like at least they gave you some way out of it.
Old
But
fighting
that
games.
shit, yeah, that shit used to drive me nuts.
Oh yeah, they fixed it because they didn't know how to balance. Back in the day, they didn't. The idea of balancing and finding all this stuff was not.
Is Mario balanced?
But there's stuff like that. But no, I play like modern day fighters tend to not have that. Or in the case of like Marvel, where they do have like 100% death combos, are really hard to do, and they're really situational. So it's basically, okay, you fucking earned it for what you had to do and the setup you had to have and the read you had to make, and your opponent being dumb to let you get hit by, let you get that to begin with. Yeah, you get it. But no,
I think I get it at least. I honestly haven't played a fighter in like 15 years probably.
I played
except for Smash.
I played tournaments, man. I went to Evo, and I would go to like the NorCal Strong Style, NorCal Regionals, and all of those. It's fun. And I study the frames. I go, oh, that move is -10. Time to use the 10 frame punish. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Honestly, like the only games that I've ever played to the point where I could possibly even compete in it was maybe Magic, but even that I can't really compete at.
Magic the Gathering is ridiculous nowadays, man.
Yeah, it does. Well, they fine tune the system to the point where like it's much like, speaking of balance, right? Magic has become a lot more balanced in the last like 30 years.
Remember the era of the Power 9, baby? Black Lotus.
I would, you know what? If I could have please let a Black Lotus drop into my lap, like a vintage fucking mint Black Lotus, I'll be set. I'll be fine. That'll be great.
Because they're worth tens of thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
Because it's funny, because there's a tournament legal. There's a tournament mode called Vintage, which allows like all the old cards.
Vintage and Legacy are both like that.
They allow you to have the Power 9 and all this broken, stupid bullshit like Time Walk. Like, oh, I get another free turn. Let me play
Time Walk, I think it's only legal in Vintage, I believe.
The one where it lets you have like, oh, I get in return. You just
Yeah.
play it.
Or Ancestral Recall.
Yeah.
Fucking 3 cards for 1 mana.
How about like what's the other one? Like there's also Timescape where like you reset the board.
Well, the ones I like are like the lands, like
Oh, the dual lands are like red, blue.
well,
or-
yeah, those are fucking amazing, but also like what's the hell is the name? Why can't I remember the fucking name of it? The college, the university, whatever it's called. Oh my god, Tolarian College or whatever it's called.
Okay.
Like Tolarian College and man, why can't I remember the names of these? This is the reason I suck at Magic. I can never remember the fucking cards. But they have a bunch of lands that like let you discard and draw cards, and you can basically, if you get the right combo, right, you can win from your first hand on 1 turn.
Yep.
It's fucking ridiculous.
I like that one card that if you play it and you have more than like 200, I think it's called Battle of Wits, where if you have 200 cards in your deck still and you play the card, you win.
That kind of sounds. That's kind of badass,
Yeah,
actually.
it's called Battle of Wits. It's literally, if you play this card and you have more than like 200 cards in your deck, because you know how you have a fuck ton of cards in your deck, you win.
Ooh.
Auto win.
That's brutal. I kind of moved into mostly playing Commander because it's kind of like
Oh, my
for
friend.
fun.
I have a friend who tells me, you know, you know Sean, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He loves Commander. He will play that for hours.
Well, one game usually takes about.
Well, he'll play. You know, he'll like play it nonstop. Be like, you say you won't play.
He
Commander?
taught me a little bit. I tried to play it once, and I think he was the one who was teaching me.
Oh, like
It's not an easy game to learn.
No.
No.
It's one of the ones that if you play with my friend, he will like love you because he loves to play. He like, oh, we're gonna play for 12 hours. Sweet. We went to Fanime and he literally like the entire week was just playing Magic and D&D the entire fucking
Yes. I mean, honestly, like I can play Magic for like long periods of time, but like I'm not like one of those people. I'm not gonna go to Friday Night Magic every week. I'm not gonna like, you know, I built like a pair of decks and I'm done. Like, that's all I need.
Dude, my friend Sean has like 20 decks. Like, he's like Seto Kaiba and Yu-Gi-Oh! With all that's him.
I've been slowly refining one Commander deck for like the last 10 years because I mean that's about my commitment to it. Is I want one really good deck that I can just wreck people with and be done and like go. Well, you don't want to play anymore, do you?
But dude, freaking no. Sean has like, oh, you're playing that deck. Well, let me bust out this deck, kind of thing. He countered.
Yeah.
decks.
I've had a lot of friends who do that where they basically they get into like the meta of their like local game and they have decks that are designed perfectly to win in their meta no matter what.
Meta.
Yeah, like but because that's I gotta say that like that's one of the things that I actually don't like about most video games is there's not as much metagame as there could be. There is in some, but like Sekiro, there's no metagame because you're not playing against any other people.
Fighting games, there's metagames. RTSs, there's metagames. Shooters, like, can be metagames, but
Yeah, shooters all the time, but
1v1 Rust me now. The days of modern warfare.
actually, I want to see if Rust will actually work on my computer.
Rust, the game Rust.
Yeah.
I never played it.
Oh man, I want to play it.
And then how about I don't know. I'm just.
Okay,
Oh, there you
one
go.
second. Vincent Almost, whoa, we got a fellow fighting game player in his house. Fighting games are more about frame math these days, and the pay-to-play setup for DLC is trash and turned me off of competitive games.
It can be because Tekken 7 just released a character named Leroy Smith who's fucking sick looking. He legit you can stick his dog on to people. Go on, sugar. And it's funny that he can choose attack, but if he doesn't, the dog will come out and go and then walk out. I mentioned my dog Lola that recently passed away, so I go. But that character is ridiculously fucking stupidly powerful. It's broken. It's to the point where I don't play online right now. I just go in the lab and check stuff out. 'Cause if I go online, I just played another but this motherfucker who's like broken as shit.
You talking about fucking
Tekken.
broken. I've been playing a ton of World of Warcraft lately, and they did something to aircraft carriers in that game. And so, like, every game has, like, 3 aircraft carriers that just wreck everybody else, and everybody's pissed off.
Yep.
Like, every game, everyone's complaining about it.
I'm noticing, like, a lot of, like, I didn't know that with Tekken, not necessarily Soul Calibur. Soul Calibur, the DLC characters were pretty good. Like Cassandra's still crazy, but then Cassandra's always been crazy in any fucking Soul Calibur game she's ever been. So it's sort of legacy that she's nuts. Because, like I said, because the thing about Cassandra, she was always an offensive, oppressive powerhouse. So you always had to like be wary around her. But if you knew if you knew the matchup, you would be able to know when to step, and you could make her pay. If you don't know how to like step and dodge Cassandra's moves, you're just gonna be on block lockdown.
Big dead.
Block lockdown until she might do an unsafe move, and then you punish that and try to keep her momentum off. So her being nuts, but like 2B, she's like 2B's in Soul Calibur. It's such a weird, but she's hard to do because she flies over the place. But if you're patient, you can win. It's just she has a lot of tools. But then you got like Hild, who got really nerfed from her incarnation, where in Soul Calibur 4 she could like ring you out anywhere at any time.
Really?
Oh yeah, she was broken in 4. She literally had setups that no matter where you were, she could ring you out.
That's crazy.
She had combos that would just carry you off to the ring. Goodbye.
Vincent says, you have to play to even lab Leroy.
Yeah,
Oh,
you have
sorry,
to pay.
pay.
You have to pay. You have to pay. That's the one thing I like about Killer Instinct is even if you didn't buy the character, you could just take him in a train mode and play against him and figure out how to beat him. So you run it online, you can. And that's something I did. I have to say I agree with is the fact that I wish they would let you, if you don't have the characters. I just bought the season passes, so I didn't have to worry about it. But people who didn't, it'd be nice if they can go, oh, I didn't have the character, but I would love to be able to figure out how to beat Ganryu, or Leroy, or Zafina. So let me go in the train mode and just figure out how to beat their ass.
What's the what is, not just right now, but in general, what do you think the best, like the most balanced, most interesting fighter game? Yeah.
Okay, if you took out Leroy, it'd be Tekken 7. But Leroy sort of, hoping they'll balance him out later. Soul Calibur 6 is definitely a really balanced game. It doesn't get enough love. If you're talking all-time, Virtua Fighters 4 and 5. Virtua Fighter in general has always been it's not very casual to watch friendly. It's it's one of those, if you play the game, you watch it, it's like, oh, this is fun to watch. But like a casual who has nothing to do with it, they would find it very boring and blank. It's very generic. It's basic, but it's also the most complex fucking fighter probably ever made. Even if it's so simple in control, there's so much going into it, and it's one of those games where you really do, if you want to get good at that game, you have to learn how every character plays, what they want to do, their ranges, their effective ranges, because they're vastly different. It's not really homogenized with the movesets. So there's that. Dead or Alive has got a lot of flash, but it's not really balanced, and it's really rock paper scissors heavy. The whole system is based off of strikes beat throws, throws beat grabs, grabs beat strikes. Yeah, if you throw somebody, you punch, you can punch them out of it. But if you throw a punch and you either hold,
So it's like
you
rock,
counter,
paper, scissors
and then
kind
if
of
you
thing.
throw out a hold, and you do a grab, you grab it. And the whole the thing that makes it about that is you gotta figure out when you gotta change your strength, so they stop doing the hold to counter you. It's sort of like how in a Killer Instinct you gotta change between lightning and heavy attacks so they don't break your combo, because combo breakers exist in that game. And then Street Fighter is always good, but Street Fighter 5 is like very not Street Fighter like anymore with 5 because they made it really offensive based and there's no more defensive options, so it's become very unga bunga, me hit, good weapon.
Unga bunga.
It is. It's very unga bunga. King of Fighters is always one I always say play. It's because it's very offensive based, or at least there is defensive options. And it also is. It's fun to watch because the meters fill fast, so people are always filling out meters. It's very good for casuals to watch. So those are always ones. Samurai Showdown's one that's it's another one you got to really appreciate to really watch. It's a lot of footies and a lot of just neutral doing nothing and waiting for your opponent to throw something out. Because there's no block stun in that game. If you throw an attack and your opponent blocks, they're not stunned at all. You're stunned for being blocked.
Vincent almost says most balanced isn't always the most fun. Soul Calibur 6 is balanced, but it's boring.
I wouldn't say it's boring. It's boring. It definitely is boring to watch it. To play it, I don't feel like it is. Then again, I'm a big Soul Calibur head, so I'm biased. I'll admit to that. What? Say again?
Go ahead.
Okay, so he is sort of true because there are great games that are super balanced, but they are like watching paint dry sometimes.
Yeah.
And just like like, yeah, it's
It's
great.
too balanced.
It's too balanced to the point
Yeah.
where it's just it's sort of like there's an anime game like Kohima Ambro's got like Vanguard Princess. There we go. Niche title, super balanced. Not really fun to watch outside of the fan service and the boobs you see.
Mm.
But if you watch it and you're like watching competitively, it's very mundane.
Vincent goes on to say Marvel vs. Capcom and CVS 2 are broken as fuck, but so
they're
much more fun to
Oh,
play.
they are. Those ones are so. The balance for those games are so trash. There's like only like 6 or 7 viable characters out of a cast of like 50 plus.
Damn.
But it's so hyped because it's so broken where you make one mistake, oh, there goes your whole fucking life bar. It's one of those ones where it literally in Marvel is
Really brutal.
It's really brutal because there's infinites everywhere. Infinites are fucking in setups everywhere. It's, oh, your life bars. You made one mistake. Oh, I get to kill that one character off. Your life bar's dead. And CVS 2 had the I forget which groove where it was custom combos, and like Bison and Sakura, you could just keep spamming. You would make your own custom combo. You just cancel like their special like the Shoryuken. So the Shoryuken. It was great. And then Bison was just the scissors kicks over and over again. And then you end it with the Psycho Crusher.
He continues to say Tekken 7 is a great balance of both. They work hard to rebalance every season. And he says, ask the new guy what he thinks about Guilty Gear, then ask him if he'll be my BFF.
Guilty Gear is a great game. I really love the presentation. The new games are like so top notch when it comes to presentation. It's such a beautiful game, and it's really hard. That series is notoriously, like, legacy-wise, very hard. It's very unforgiving for new players to get into because there's so many mechanics and so many... They toned down the amount of mechanics in the newer games because there was a lot of different, like, Roman cancels, yellow Roman cancels, and you have, like, certain characters that alpha counters where if they block stun, like Baiken in the Urgent, if you block stun and you insert a move, she gets a free counter. Usually some of the counters you'd spin your meter. She didn't. So it's what made her good in the old games, but in the new game they really reworked her and not for the best, and she wasn't all that good. And I'm sad because she was one of my favorites, so I went back to Jam. Cause I liked playing her because she would always make these really loud, obnoxious screams. I always put them to make my opponents hate me. But I really love the game. It's so fun to watch. That's one I forgot to mention. It's a pretty good balance, though there are some definite bottom tiers and definite really fucking good. I'm looking at you, Johnny. No matter how many times they fucking nerf you, you're still too fucking good because of just how you are in that game and how the game treats your moveset. So it's always fun.
Are there any good like live streamers for the fighting game? Like,
depends on which one. Like in fighting games, like when he does, Eris from Avoiding the Puddle is good for Tekken, but he usually plays like Sekiro and Resident Evil and Shenmue lately, and Diablo 3.
Sekiro, that's the game we're playing right now.
And
Crazy.
then,
I almost forgot.
And then,
oh yeah, I definitely forgot.
and then for Guilty, you might catch a Mike Ross stream here and there, but he's inconsistent because he's not trying to be Mr. Esports because he doesn't like it. He's been playing Tekken 7 a lot too lately.
You should stream your shit, bro.
I do every once in a while. I need to get back on it. But I've been
it.
focusing on my Japanese side. It just means I sacrifice
Do
streaming.
both.
Just make it Japanese learning while I get my ass kicked.
Turn everything to Japanese.
I do.
Every game.
My whole computer's Japanese.
There you go.
Except
Man,
my
that must be a
desktop.
pain in the ass.
What?
I was gonna say, is your desktop Japanese? Because that would be fucking.
My
weird.
laptop is Japanese. My desktop is not yet. Once I get better on my laptop, I'll put my desktop to that.
That makes sense to me.
But but my games are all Japanese. My Street Fighter's in Japanese. My Guilty Gear's in Japanese. My Tekken's in Japanese. All the games are in Japanese that I can.
Damn. I've done similar things with like German and Spanish and stuff, but I can never do it for like more than a couple days because I get really confused.
Yeah. But also, I am very.
Oh fuck!
I'm also very hyped for the new Guilty Gear that's coming out. I hope they bring back Jam and Bike in. Those are my characters. And Ram. Ramlethal was really fun, but I couldn't really use her all that well. I liked her design a lot. And she had a cool... Because she used to be really good in the first iteration of Guilty Gear Sign, but then she got progressively nerfed to the point where it's like, she's not as... They sort of made her not as fun. Because they tried to make her, oh, she's too strong. And then they... Because our system works, their main problem with balance is when they balance, they tend to just kill a character, then another character just becomes overpowered. They have a hard, and also they have a hard time for a reason. They have a hard time buffing the lower tiers to make them viable. and like just don't. And then they over nerf or they buff in places where like that's a useless buff. Why'd you get that? I don't get. You're trying to make this useless move useful, but you didn't fix what was fundamentally wrong with the move. That's my only gripe with Arc System. Their rebalancing is it becomes the who's gonna die. Basically, okay, we have like one of these top tiers are gonna get executed on live television. Who is it gonna be? That's my only gripe with the Arc System work. Everything else is great. Their soundtrack is top notch too. If you like metal music, you'll fucking love.
Oh fuck!
Guilty Gear.
Oh damn.
There's even like flat out death. Shit, because she man. But
in Chinese, it's spelled SHI, but they say it
sure. Are you sure?
sure. Oh, I'm sure.
Are you sure?
I took a Chinese class at Delta with this. I had this professor who was just. She taught like a Chinese person. Like she was very, very strict and told you were wrong and dumb all the time. It was.
I had a Chinese math teacher in high school who really said like who wouldn't pronounce the L in certain words. People would steal her clock. Where's my clock? Where's my clock? Everybody was like, I got you.
Ha ha ha! She said cock. That's not the word she meant to say.
Oh wait, sweet shield, bro.
It's a special shield that I just upgraded to specifically guard against terror, which is what apparitions use.
Wait, they're killing you with terror?
Terror is it's like a status effect that really fucking sucks.
So he's a terrorist, huh?
Yeah.
Terror. If you fill the terror, if an enemy fills your terror gauge all the way up, you fucking die basically in one hit.
That's crazy.
Which makes these things pretty much the most dangerous enemies in the game to me. Because I always have an extraordinarily hard time with these guys.
But is your sword full of terror right now too?
Yeah, and I got the Malcontent ring, which is a special item for
That lets you
upgrading
be
my
angry.
abilities. Yeah.
Are you now going to be malcontent?
I am slightly irritated. That's
Are we
all.
producing malcontent?
Malcontent.
What does that say? Oh wait. Oh dang!
What are you looking for?
I
Oh.
wanted him to read the kanji that was there,
Oh.
but it went away too quickly. Too quickly.
I think it said apparition slain or something.
Probably something like that. It probably was just telling you exactly what happened a second
Look
ago.
at my hand smoking.
I know. Why is your hand on fire?
Because it's...
You know what's funny? I put my phone into
Did you jerk it off
Japanese.
too hard?
Oh, wait. No, it's because I have that.
Dude, I put my phone into Japanese, and I noticed it's turning the English names for like artists into katakana.
Oh yeah.
So I'm seeing Tool as Turu. But it keeps the it keeps the song titles in English because the song title is in English.
My-
Well, because
Nado
the song
James
title is
Akeem.
its actual name.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
So I was hearing Stink Fist by Turu. I love it. Turn around and take my hand. Finger deep within the borderline. By the way, I love Tool, but that new album was like, I fell asleep. That thing
Yeah,
was-
the one song on there
Tempest,
that's
that was
pretty
it.
good, and
Tempest,
then
that was it.
and then the rest of it's like, this just sounds like every other Tool song I've ever heard in my life.
What I hate about it too was Tool. It sounds like they're building up to something and nothing happens.
Yeah.
It's like when you're like it's like they're purposely edging them from blowing their load and they just never blow the load. Like, what's the point of just watching you jerk off? You're not gonna shoot.
No payoff. I don't get to see Maynard James Keenan's swollen cock.
Tool. Also,
I don't get to see Maynard James Keenan literally bust a nut in my face. That's what I was hoping for.
The whole time.
I just
You know
realized
what? The problem is he stopped doing drugs and started like growing wine.
And
That,
he had
that
a-
was a mistake.
Yeah, he had kids. He
Yeah.
became a productive member of
How
society.
dare he?
Fucker.
Yeah.
I want you to
just
write
kill
more
these
songs about
peasants.
how
How
your
dare they
stepdad
exist.
raped you. Come on, man.
Wait, his stepdad raped him?
Isn't that what prison sex is about?
I guess. I don't know.
It is, but
I thought he said
I thought it was about something else.
I thought he said he did.
I didn't. No, I know that
I know.
Jonathan Davis from Korn had got molested or
What's
whatever.
up,
but-
Daddy?
Yeah, that song is brutal, man.
Uh-huh.
But I didn't know that happened to me. I thought his dad was a preacher or a
I
priest
thought it
or
was a
something.
stepdad or something. But
Oh shit!
I heard- I
Internet.
l-
What do you say? Oh my god!
I
what are
think-
you doing?
Killing a carp.
I thought I read it when I looked at like the synopsis of prison sex. Like he said in an interview or something like that. What's up?
Vincent says the Potaru by
Turu. What was the?
Let me look it up real quick. Let's see. Was
Google
Maynard?
But Google right now, the Google like, why the fuck is someone looking at Maynard James Keenan was raped? What the fuck? Or molested or something.
Raped.
Cause I know that song was about a kid who got molested. I know that's what Prison Sex is about.
Tools, Maynard James Keenan, rape allegation. Oh wait, no, that's a totally different thing.
Did Maynard James Keenan get me too'd?
Oh, he did.
You know what happened?
Denied accusations that he raped a 17-year-old woman in 2000.
Oh my god.
Hey, you know what happened? It's that the song, the how it's like, how it's like come full circle, like in the end of Prison Sex. He was raped, now he's raping too. Full circle.
That's all it took, man. That's all it took.
Me too.
But maybe he was, because he did a thing. Let's find out. Early life. Caduceus Sellers. That's a douchey name.
That's his name? Caduceus.
Caduceus.
Caduceus. It's the symbol for, like, you know the snake on
Yeah.
the stick that doctors have?
Yes.
Look at that cock.
I killed and stroked that cock with furious stroking.
I hope my fighting game Japanese lessons have been entertaining to the crowd.
I'm sure that they also speak Japanese. Duh. If not, then they're fucking plebs.
Full plebeian.
Holy shit, he had a paralyzing cerebral aneurysm in 1976 when he was 11.
That sucks, man.
The reason I think I read it when I was reading about the song Prison Sex. I thought I saw it.
I gotta run. Okay.
Maybe look at the article of the song Prison Sex. That might explain it.
Maynard James Keenan was actually in prison, and did you know that he had sex in prison? And it wasn't the kind of sex you were thinking. It was the other kind. The kind that happens in prison.
Conjugal sex
Yeah.
with his wife.
His wife visited him in sex, and then in prison they had sex. True story. It's strange, but true.
I have a question. Hold on. Speaking about prison sex and stuff like that, conjugal visits. If a prisoner has a cuckold fetish,
Yeah?
and he wanted to have conjugal sex with his wife or get off, would he be able to get another inmate to like?
No. It's illegal.
Okay, I was wondering that. It's like I was saying, like, hold on, if you had a cuckold fetish, could you?
You'd have to
Buddy.
explain it to the fucking... Are you going to get him to stand on your back so he can live?
Yes. Stand on my back. You'll be just fine.
Like just
Raise?
imagine
Right.
he has to go like to the warden. Sir, I have a cuckold fetish.
It turns out that I'm a cock.
He's carrying a little Buddha statue in his belly.
And I sort of promised my cellmate that my wife for a night if he would.
These are the questions that require answering, that's for sure.
Lump of fat wax. What about skinny
Okay,
wax?
so at least
There's no such thing as skinny wax, of course.
at least in its most upfront interpretation, this is about child abuse. In early interviews, lead singer Maynard James Keenan apparently was quite vocal about his dislike for his stepfather, and the video supports this theory quite well. However, the autobiographical nature of the song is purely speculative.
So a bunch of weirdos think that that's the reason, basically.
Okay.
He says that it is about abuse and stopping abuse, like seeing the cycle of it,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
But he doesn't say that it, and it says it's from the perspective of a victim, but it doesn't say that it actually happened to him.
Okay. So
Yeah.
I had the content right, but I didn't. I read it and I misinterpreted what I read. Okay.
Unless I'm missing something here, but yeah. That's
But Jonathan Davis, on the other hand,
Jonathan Davis made it pretty clear from the get-go.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah.
I was 30, I
He was 30.
I was 30. I don't want to do that.
You know that he owns like a bunch of serial. You know he like owns like a bunch of serial killer memorabilia.
Yeah.
You know, like John Wayne Gacy paintings and stuff like that.
Fuck.
Yeah, Jonathan Davis.
Straight up, honestly, Fern always reminded me of Jonathan Davis a lot.
Fern?
Yeah.
Who's
Brandon.
Oh, yes. Friend of ours. Despite, could it be that he kind of looks like Jonathan
It is
Davis?
because he kind of looks like him. He also kind of acts like him a little bit. in a lot of ways. And,
Yeah.
and sounds like him a little bit too.
Yeah.
Doesn't Jonathan Davis also play the bagpipes like that?
He does.
Occasionally he'll come out and play the bagpipes. Yeah.
Star Wars
have
2 episode.
Yeah. They
Worst
have a
thing
couple of
since
songs where
bagpipes.
he plays the bagpipes.
Wasn't like Clown one or something like that?
Yeah, something like that. I know the whole intro to one of their albums has a fucking. Can't remember which one it is right now. I used to love Clown too much.
Oh, did Miles send you that fucking article about how they're saying like by like 2030 like half America is gonna be fucking obese and like
No, he sent me that though. It was really funny.
and then one of four Americans will be super obese.
What is super obese?
Like definitely like we're talking
Like 400 pounds or whatever?
yeah, like 300 to 400 pounds like that.
Ow!
Well, you're dead. Why? By
Death.
the way, why would being trapped inside the gun kill you
It doesn't kill you. It just makes you deaf.
forever?
It would really hurt your ears.
But no, it's gonna be terrible for me, man, if I don't find it with that many, because I can't deal with fat girls, man. I
I can't deal with them.
I
Can't deal
can't.
with
The
them.
world
Dude.
is going to hell in a handbasket.
Well, here's the thing too, is because I work at my job is like some like, and I do notice it's like all the fat girls in my work are white girls. Like,
Oh no, that's actually a thing. White people are actually more likely to be obese than other like.
because I say
What? That's
ethnicities.
genetic?
No, it's not genetic. It's because we become fat and lazy as a culture, basically.
yeah, it's like,
Oh.
I'm going to the gym.
European-
I've like lost fucking my fat going to the gym and eating healthier.
It also it doesn't help that like because like English and German and Irish people make up the vast majority of like the United States in general, right? Because
Uh-huh.
we're like 60% of the country or something right now.
Mm-hmm.
So there's gonna be more fat people because of that, and also like it kind of lines up with like income, right? So
Mhm.
poor people tend to be a little more overweight because they can't find healthy foods or they can't afford the healthy foods or whatever.
Mhm.
Like there's a lot of
'Cause-
shitty stuff that goes along with being fat.
Yeah.
But I've noticed that because like there's a woman at my work who like legitimately waddles when she moves. Like and there's another one which is like really just fat ass white girl who
Wait, that's a totally different thing.
what?
A pog.
Hog.
Because
Fat ass white girl.
she speaks like, oh my god, let me tell you guys. And you can hear the voice just gives away, and she has like a bag that has like donuts on it. That's the thing is donuts, and
That
she has
seems-
and her drink cup that she drinks like her whatever she's drinking out of it's like eat cake for breakfast.
Oh, I've seen that cup,
Uh-huh.
dude. I've seen that. And when the first time I saw that, I was like, who the fuck would buy this?
I found out who, but and I see this. I'm
do
sit-
love cake, though.
in my head, I'm thinking you could just. How about you just stop eating cake? Period.
Yeah. Or actually, you could just say maybe that's the problem.
Because one of them, when they call on the phone, I can hear like, "Hey,
Actually, I can't talk shit. I literally did eat cake for breakfast the other day, so I can't actually talk that much.
but the problem is this girl probably eats it like every day. But it's
Also, it's always like the types who have that crazy attitude, like, yeah, eat shit, get fat. I don't care. I literally,
And then
it's
I'm hot,
beautiful
like-
at all sizes.
and what gets me is just when they're on the phone, I hear them talking. They're talking and they're like losing their breath by talking. Like, do you not see a
Oh, so
problem
they're-
with this?
It's like Tony Soprano fat.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, with the heavy breathing intensifying.
Like I hear the phone before they even say hello. It's like, hello. I'm like, oh my god.
I mean, honestly, listening to Tony Soprano eat food is like basically the entire show.
Is that your worst peeve of all time, Crispy? Is hearing fat people breathe and like do things like
Live.
hearing them have to struggle and put a lot of effort into things that should be just basically easy.
It's just, it's more in my head going like, how the fuck did you let this get this bad? Because you're going to end up at my old job in like a year or two.
Yeah.
Because let me tell you, that's the thing I feel bad about. Because I'm seeing this, I'm like, all my old coworkers who still work at funeral homes are gonna have to deal with this shit because
Oh
everyone's
man, it's gonna be heavy.
You should just go rip the fucking cupcake out of that girl's hands and say, "You're welcome." Throw it on the ground right in front of her. Saved your life.
just.
Try that.
I might get fired.
See.
But
Can you imagine if somebody that size like died in a bathtub with like hot water
I
running or
did.
something?
I had to do that one time. She's like
Oh.
365 pounds.
You had to ladle
Of water?
It was the
You
guy.
had to ladle him out of the fucking
his
tub.
skin. We had to like move, and like his skin just came off his.
Yeah.
Because he wasn't found for like 2 days.
That's,
Yeah, it is.
like, don't die in the bathtub, people. Come on.
I've seen that. I told Moles here I had to move. The biggest one I did was I moved myself with 700 plus pounds.
700.
700 pounds. That wasn't the heaviest I've seen. The heaviest I saw was 1,200. That was the San Joaquin County Coroner's Office.
How?
This fat as fuck. But here's the thing. They probably just ate and ate and ate and didn't give a fuck. But the thing is, if you're that fat, you're a burden on everybody, including your family, because it costs more to dress you, it costs more to embalm you, it costs more to buy you a custom casket, it costs more to bury you because you gotta buy 2 plots.
Costs
buy
you
it.
more to get you out of the house.
You gotta knock out a wall, so it costs us money from the county. So you are a burden for being a fucking fat ass, and you
Yeah.
die. You are a burden on everybody you love.
I don't understand how someone could even conceivably become 1,200 pounds. Like, I figured
you-
you're. I
The
figured
first
you're.
day you can't get out of bed is the day you go, I need to exercise.
No, I don't. It's not just that. I'm saying like literally, physically, I don't understand how someone could get so fat without their heart like smothering them. Like
Oh,
once you get to a certain weight, I'm sure that there's enough fucking calcified fat on your heart that it just stops pumping. Like, is there a limit for everybody individually? Do certain people not have that limit?
Yeah, yeah.
Bizarre.
That's almost exactly it.
But it's just, I don't know.
Look, it's my father.
It's just all the stuff that I know from my job at the funeral home and knowing where it's going. I'm
Oh yeah,
I
this
don't work
man's
there no more.
this man's job has caused him to hate fat people.
Yeah.
Shall we do what Japan does and tax the
Yeah,
tax-
probably helpful us.
Tax fat people
Yeah,
and
they
force
do.
them to go to
The weight loss. sir.
mandatory weight
Yeah.
loss.
Uh-huh.
The problem is that it just like is so anti-American that we will never do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's seriously because
We love fat people.
everyone like asks me, man, how come you're so like can't you see the chub on that girl and she's cute? No. like I like it's got to the point where like when I date women, like I can only date like really small frame women. That's also why I've probably got more of a attraction to like smaller, the damn near flat, like A cup flat chested girls.
That's okay. That leaves just more chubby girls for yours
Yeah,
truly.
Exactly. Hey, my death did you a favor.
Indeed, it's true. Look, here's my father.
Daddy.
No.
Daddy, I am so small compared to you. Daddy,
Yes.
lift me up and hug me,
Daddy,
father.
I feel
Good
dirty.
old me likes the real.
No, stop fucking doing this bit. Stop doing this bit where we fucking talk about the corn song.
Corn stuff.
Sorry.
I'm getting tired of that. It's like one of our memes. We're getting fucking doing this bit every time.
Hunter S. Thompson.
That one too.
Hey.
They're all really horrible beams, dude.
It's like,
We're
son,
back.
you must
No,
take my
it's
place.
because of all that I have
take my
my taste in women is small, real thin, not a lot in the chest.
You like 'em petite, nice, and look sweet?
My apparently my type is a carpenter's dream. Easy, flat as a board and easy to nail.
You're like
God
Beanie.
damn
You're like Beanie Man. You want? Okay, so do we obey the Iron Code and forsake Kuro, or break the Iron Code and stay loyal to Kuro?
Break that fucking code. Wait, who's Kuro?
If Kuro's a little kid, the divine heir, and if we break the code, then we get the good ending. If we obey, we get a bad ending.
Break the damn code.
yeah,
What's
yeah, break the code.
We want the good ending.
Cannot do as you ask, father. What? What the
Shin-Bobi?
fuck? This is stupid. I can't believe this. You can choose things? I never...
Thinkable.
Unthinkable. Stupid.
Baka.
Baka baka gaijin. Oh, I'm gonna have a heart attack for this is literally that dumb.
So you have to fight your father to the tooth now?
Yeah, he's fucking... He raised you with the express
kill everyone.
He raised you with the express purpose of signing you into the service of the divine heir and then using that service to
Did you know
steal
that?
the divine heir's immortality, and that's that he could take it. You don't know that until now, and then you choose. Your guy chooses not to obey his father, because that's the thing. The shinobi only have the Iron Code is like first you obey your master, but above him you obey your father. Whoever raised you and trained you as a ninja is the one that you're supposed to be ultimately loyal to, and this guy was planning on stealing the immortality blood from the divine heir, but our dude has chosen to be like, nope, the fucking immortality is a curse. We're gonna destroy the dragon's heritage.
Shinbobi.
So now we have to fight our father, kill him.
No, I am your father.
Luke, I am a slightly better iteration of the same trope.
Hey, you want to know what the first draft of that is? Luke, I'm your second uncle twice removed.
Luke, I am somewhat related. It's like that's a Spaceball joke. I am your mother's mother's
Kissers?
force.
What's a kister?
It's
Dude,
like a.
You know what you reminded me of? I actually, there's a guy who showed my old work named, his name's Oscar. He was hella fucking old, and he always bragged, and I always laugh at this. He shook the hand of a man who shook the hand of a man who shook the hand of a man who shook the hand of Abraham Lincoln.
I mean, that's probably true.
But still, like, after, 2 degrees, it's like, I shook the hand of the man who shook the hand of Abraham Lincoln, that's what's bragging. But after you get, the 4 degrees of Abraham Lincoln, it doesn't give a fuck anymore, man.
Yeah, okay. That's fair.
If I get this, my favorite part, though, he always explained that he was going to die and go get buried in Estonia, where he would die, or he would be buried a hero. He got cremated by his family.
Wait, why would he get buried a hero?
Apparently he did stuff for Estonia back in the day. I don't know. This guy had fantastical stories about spies, shit he used to tell. He'd come by the funeral. My favorite one was I always wait for him to bust through the window and say he bugged the whole place. He wanted to know what the communist plans are. He was fucking crazy. This guy was nuts. He was entertaining, but you would be stuck in a conversation for an hour. He would just give you weird philosophical questions about your faith and your belief and what you do with $1 million, and he would explain who you are as a person. And it was so weird. It was so fucking weird.
That vaguely reminds me of my my uncle Richard, who actually wasn't my uncle, but he was my first cousin, Luke or some shit. But he was actually crazy, but he actually worked for the NSA in the 70s and 80s and stuff. Actually, he basically had a job that you would have loved. He worked for Nokia and Canon in China and then in Japan, translating for them. So
It's nice.
I need to get my village so I can translate and get paid to just. I want to get one of my big goals is to get a job I can travel to Japan. That's it.
get that English teaching job. You should do that shit. Be like,
if I get a corporation, I get all kinds of a job that lets me do it for a company. I can get a fuck ton of really good healthcare insurance.
Yeah, no, if straight up, if you can get the job doing translation, English translation, and it's good, you can get paid shit tons of money for that.
Apparently, a Japanese company a native English speaker who learned Japanese and the other way around.
It makes sense to me.
What? The Japanese companies, for marketing, for international marketing, they'd rather have a person like me who learned Japanese instead of a Japanese person learning English. So they'd be able to translate and go, oh, you want to say it like this.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I would imagine you'd always want a native speaker to be on the end translation. Mostly because then you can just avoid any snafus Oh, there was a.
Don't you want to love your mother tonight?
Yeah, exactly. You ever have those? You ever read those old English?
Put child in washing machine. Go boom.
Yeah, exactly. The big fuck dog. The big fuck dog.
That's a great one. I love English.
There was this instructions.
You ever seen that? Speaking of Japan, ever seen that one sign in Japan for the airport that says "Come on in, jam," and "Welcome to Japan"?
Yes.
Come on, slam. Welcome to Japan.
That's fucking amazing.
That's a legit sign too.
There was instructions for a computer that my dad bought in the 90s from Japan, and I don't remember exactly why, but at some point it said the big fuck dog, and I was like, what is this?
The big fuck dog. I don't remember getting a big fuck dog.
That's such a bad translation.
I don't remember getting a big fuck dog with my computer. I don't see a dog anywhere. I see a mouse.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know how they got that translation. I swear it's It was almost like they were doing Mad Libs or something, where they were just like, fuck it, let's put words in here and see what happens.
It reminds me of like the game I played Pump It Up in the very early games because it's Korean to English and their Korean, their legal team translated to English. Their legal team, they're lawyers, and they didn't know English that well. And so songs like Sung Suk, which means coming of age ceremony, got translated to I Will Accept You in the game. So it's like, how the fuck did you get that? Or a song called that got translated to An Interesting View is actually translated to Soul Tour, like the city of Soul, a tour thing. It's like, I don't know how the fuck they still got these translations because they're so bad. They're terrible translations.
So Vincent almost says that. Okay, he says, send me all the fat chicks, 140 or above. I show them love. 140 or below, you gotta go. Hashtag big girl grind.
I'm a small girl guy.
He then continues on to say, Moles and me are on the BGG, big girl grind.
Big anime titties.
How big?
As big as 2 almonds, or really large almonds. In fact.
How big? Like those are some gigantic almonds.
As big as a sizable dirigible.
Miles, you gotta say it like Roman from GTA 4.
I want big American titties. Is that how he says it? I hit my father really, really hard, and now he's gonna go in second form.
This isn't even my final form.
What? Wait.
Look at him! Look at him! Look at him! Look at him! He's trying to fucking trick me. No, I'm not a fool. Ah!
Yes, you
No!
are. You died. You're a fool. What reference did I get, Vincent?
Fuck.
1.
The parent is absolute, and their will must be obeyed.
It's a good thing you can come back to life.
Only once, though.
Only once per what?
Per resurrection node.
Resurrection.
The node of your resurrection. You have that. You know where it is. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. I forgot he's a ninja, too.
See,
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no.
What did that say?
I could just
You need to read faster.
read faster.
You should learn how to speed read and Japanese.
Speed reading. If you don't read this book less than 50 words a minute, this place blows up. Ever seen that gig from the critic?
No.
It's the new Keanu Reeves movie, Speed Reading, and he gives Keanu Reeves the book. All right, hotshot, you think you're so smart? If you read less than 50 words per minute, this place blows up. And it's 1 fish, 2 fish, 1 fish, a fish. And it's like, whoa, oh 2, oh fish, 3, it's fish and 1 fish. Bogus, and it blows up. That's not a clip. That's the entire movie. But speaking of mashups, you know what mashup I want to see? Dennis the Menace to Society. Dennis the Menace and Menace to Society. Hey, Mr. Wilson.
Whatever happened to Dennis the Menace?
And he just shoots up Mr. Wilson's house.
Whatever happened to Dennis the Menace? That was like a thing that I feel like only ever lasted as long as that movie, that live action movie of it.
They made 2 live action movies and that was the end of it.
Goodbye, father.
Wait, when did my heart rate get down to 50?
That's my boy.
Holy shit.
Shinobi execution.
My boy. This peace is what all true warriors strive for.
Somehow my heart rate got down to 59 beats just now.
What the
beats.
fuck?
One less beat than the frames per second.
You might have been dead. Just
I
now.
might be dead.
Oh, it's funny because I have my heart's on the right side of my body, so it's like it's on the wrong side on the right here.
Oh,
and then when
yeah.
I go to a new doctor who doesn't know, like they go, oh, I'm like, oh, yeah, it's on the right. My heart's here. I never told you that. My heart's on the right.
You're like Fortune from
my heart's here. It's not here.
Metal
Is
Gear
it like
Solid.
offset or something, or is it
It's
backwards?
completely flipped over. It's completely flipped over.
How did that happen?
Birth defect.
That's crazy. Like,
Oh.
like did it grow backwards and it's connected the right way, or is it like actually flipped over
it's-
and your like atrial or your
I don't know if how it is exactly.
Arteries
All I
are
know is
flipped over.
if you look at it, it's completely just.
are the arteries twisted?
I'm not sure. I gotta take a look to be.
That's interesting.
But no, my heart's literally flipped over. You look at an X-ray, it's completely instead of being over here, it's completely flipped over here.
That's crazy, dude.
It's on the right. And
That's really interesting though.
so it's always funny can I go to a new doctor?
They're like, you're dead.
Like, oh, wait, hold on. And it was funny too. The fucked up thing though is if you try to defib me, you gotta put the paddles on backwards.
Oh,
Or
that's
doesn't-
not good.
Or else it doesn't work.
You should.
That's why in the military, they don't allow people with my car condition in because they're taught to only do one way. It's fast. Don't think. Just do it. So I'm actually DQ'd. Any heart condition, you're DQ'd from military. You can't be in the military at all ever.
Dude, they have a lot. Like, besides heart conditions, they have a lot of weird rules for keeping people out. Like,
Acne.
they have some really like silly things.
Severe acne is one too as well.
I did not know that.
Yeah, severe acne because it's hard for camouflage.
I'm sure this is the blood of the divine heir. Yes.
I was told that. I was told that.
Well, like the one that always was weird to me was like flat-footedness, right?
Yeah.
You can't get in the military if you have flat feet, but like the qualification of like what actually is flat feet is so like imprecise that tons of people with flat feet end up in the military.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Like I feel like there's a lot of like
Speaking of weird qualification in the military, man, there's a guy I knew in high school. He went by like 3 million different nicknames. He was mentally unstable, like Dante and Red Dragon and Ghost. Okay, this motherfucker like loved Dante from Devil May Cry, and one time he was like, he had the trench coat and like doing the moves from the game in
Yeah.
the rain, and the girl looked at him at the bus stop like, "What the fuck are you doing?" He went, "Ah, silence!" Like Agni and Rudria, the weapon.
Fuck.
To her, like he moved the move and he did that, and she like looked at him. He got getting expelled. He kept bragging. He had a list of people's names. 'Cause he had a list of people's names, and he called it the list. It's my list. This also this motherfucker also, like, what's up,
Who's Joe Pera? I don't even know who that is.
Joe Pesci? But this guy also used to pick up, this guy used to pick out like at vantage spots at high school. Say, oh, they wouldn't see me there, and he ended up being expelled because someone caught the list and then told the cops, and he got arrested. And then this guy also had an eye itch, so he took a pencil and he stabbed it to teach it a lesson. This guy was also become a sniper in the military.
He wanted to
He
become a
was?
sniper.
No, he
Oh,
became one.
or he did.
He became one after stabbing his eye and having eye surgery to correct it. He also had a hit list and pointed it out, and he became a sniper in the military. They gave this motherfucker a gun.
Hey, you know what? They found they could see a quality in him, and they harnessed it for good, or for killing terrorists. Not good necessarily, but killing terrorists.
Yes.
Yep.
You know what? In the 1800s, they used to disqualify guys who had like deformations in their dick or balls from being in the military,
Huh.
which I thought was a really bizarre thing, because like if you can do everything else, but like you just got a crooked dick or whatever, like that should not disqualify you from military service.
Some alphabet.
If you got the dick and balls, if you have the problem of dick and balls, then it's
Joe Pera is the guy with the boring voice from Adult Swim. I just discovered him, and he is 10 out of 10. Joe Pera,
the boring guy from Adult Swim.
the boring voice.
Oh no, I haven't seen that. I haven't seen that show.
Oh,
I know that
you
it's
showed him that? Okay.
it's a new.
He wanted to know what it. He wanted Moles' opinion. I was trying to get it across to Moles without interrupting you, but it kind of interrupted you more than if I had just said it.
It's okay. But oh man, oh, just stupid
I see.
shit.
Stupid shit.
Stupid faces.
Stupid shit. Look at this stupid
But-
shit.
but no,
Look at this little stupid shit right
I'm not
here.
gonna lie,
Murder him.
the girl, not that guy, but the who's the girl over there? She's cute. Not
Emma, Lady Emma. Yes,
Yeah.
she's very cute.
Cutie
Lemma?
pie.
Something that may help at this
Lemma?
stage. Yes.
QT 3.14. Oh, Kami, hey.
Yeah.
Lemma?
Is that
Like,
I already.
yes?
I like how I'm basically. You should have been coming back and giving him all of these items, and I'm just giving all of them as he's asking for them. So I think we should get this special stone. I've got it. Cool. So I think we need this immortal blade. Yeah, I've got that too. Oh, okay. You know what we should do next? I already got it. Wow, you just fuck. Why do I even need to speak? Can you just?
Just do the things.
Wolf.
Vincent almost says Dante is in the U.S. military. That's why we haven't had any war since Iraq. He's sniping everybody.
Further attack.
He sniped Obama, or not Obama, Osama.
Speaking
He
of
sniped
Osama,
Osama.
you know, I find speaking of that, there's actually a guy at my gym I go to in Elk Grove, and it's this like hella fucking Jack Middle Eastern dude. And one time he had a shirt that said Osama bin Lifton. That was a great one.
Inside of Osama bin Laden with stuff.
Uh-huh.
Look at
Was-
this stupid child reading.
Readings for losers.
Readings for smart people.
You'll not get far in life reading like that, child. Look at this stupid child sleeping on
That
the
feel
job.
when you've read more books in Japanese than you have in your native tongue.
Can you murder that person?
No.
No, because she's divine child.
Snuff, snore, snore.
Snuff,
If she's
snorf.
divine, why isn't she behind a
Can
fucking
you
screen?
Can you mouth fuck her?
No,
Oh.
she's probably underage. She's a child.
Yeah, that's definitely.
You don't know
that's
ancient Japan, do you?
I guess that's true. Their consent laws are different than ours.
non-existent.
they're existent now, but for a long time they weren't existent.
Isn't the age of consent in Japan like 16 or something?
Federally, it's 14, but every
Yeah.
prefecture
Holy
has
shit.
it at 18. So every state has basically it's 18
Yeah.
because every state law is added to 18, but federally it's 14.
Holy
Basically, it
shit.
can't be any lower. Technically, it's same here in the United States. It's 15 or 16 federally,
That is true. That is true.
but
I
every
think
state.
I think it's 16 federally. No, but not every state has it at 18.
Yeah.
Georgia and a couple other states have it at 16 right now.
There's Alabama's at 15.
oh,
it's
there's
15.
there's slippery workarounds to
There's
any kind of act.
one state that has there's one state in the deep south that has a 15. And for a long time before that federal law was in state, the freaking federal age in Delaware was 7. I had to do a research paper on age of consent laws and like rape in like college, and basically I got a little hat. And you pull your law, you got to pick out in the hat, and I got that law. So I had to look at that and compare it with the world, and you got like Saudi Arabia where there is none.
Oh my lord.
And but I was a Delaware had at 7 till like the 1960s or something like that.
Jesus.
Nambla's paradise, man. And then you had like, but no, I think one state still has it at 15. And it's like either like Alabama or Mississippi, one of those two backward ass fucking states.
Like 15 is really pushing it. Like 16 is definitely pushing it. But 15 is a little much.
15
Like,
is right out.
let's be honest. Like it shouldn't be an age of consent law. It should be how old are you relative to this person consent law.
Yeah, like if you're 35, you probably should not be fucking a
16-year-olds?
16-year-old. No.
Probably not even 18-year-old. Let's be honest.
But then that gets rid of the porn industry.
No. It makes the porn industry way creepier. Because then you just got like 18-year-olds with 16-year-olds. It totally fucks with that whole situation.
Oh, I thought you meant the 35-year-old and the 18-year-old coming. That just goes
Oh,
with the porn
yeah,
industry.
no, that's true.
That's like all porn's about. I love the one where it's like where they
It's
have
true.
like the actress and she's like
Oh,
in her
shit.
early like either late teens or early 20s and
Watch
like
these guys
and she's
fuck
like
you.
meeting with her like her classmate and it's obviously the guy's like
Yeah.
30s. Like
It's like, oh, well, I understand how this happened.
Let's watch these guys fuck it over here.
He's going to community college. He's just trying to get that GED. Why are you attacking them?
I wanted to attack one of them to see if it works. Now let's see the samurai versus the nightjar.
Nightjar?
Nightjar ninja. That's what this
a
guy
dumb
is.
name.
but
It's
Why-
the
would-
nightjar. I
Maybe
put
I
my
should-
cookies in
maybe-
my nightjar
No,
and
that's
is
what
it
you
bad
should
that
do.
is it
That's
bad
what you
that is
should
it bad that I thought about going back to community college just to see if there's like any cute girls?
Oh, straight up, I am going to go to community college and as soon as I can get off academic probation from when I was a shitty student as a teenager. So I'm honestly like going to try and avoid all of the 18-year-olds.
Really?
Yeah, because it's just trouble. It's not worth it.
fucking 18-year-olds. Who cares about them? I don't.
And now if there's a hot like 24-year-old TA, yeah, I'm all about that.
Hey Miles, what's the best thing about 27-year-olds? 20 of them. But
There's 20 of them. Yeah.
that's the Michael Jackson joke right there, everybody.
He made that joke specifically.
No, everyone made the joke. What's why Michael Jackson like 27-year-olds? There's 20 of them. It's like what's Michael Jackson's favorite? What's his favorite musical key? A minor.
A minor.
Much like Gary Glitter.
So Vincent Olmo says, can Crispy rate his own weeb level from 1 to 100?
Probably in the mid to high 90s.
Yeah. it's
He's-
pretty-
Like
pretty
I
high up
admit
there.
to my, I admit I am like a fucking like. It's weird 'cause I don't even watch that much anime. It's the weird thing about this.
Yeah.
I do watch it, but it's not thing. I watch more like live action Japanese stuff and read the mangas and like
Yeah.
learn the language.
You just
and
like
the
Japan,
culture and
not
the
so
Ninja
much.
Warrior.
James.
What?
Not so much the anime, just the Japan. Oh
I
my
do-
god!
I do
dogs!
like anime. Don't get me wrong, but I'm not like obsessed with like I want to learn Japanese just to watch anime.
I went to ruin Japanese.
I sort of want to learn Japanese to maybe get a Japanese girl.
Look at this ninja dog has a ninja Naruto headband. Let's kill it.
The info band.
Being a fucking weeb. There it goes. It's
But
dead.
no, I-
He says that over 9,000 is a legit answer too.
Over 9,000. What 9,000?
That's not even a weeb meme. That's just the fact that you meme.
Masanaga, the spear bearer.
Oh fuck. Okay.
Man, you walked into this without thinking.
But
I
with
know
the-
this guy was gonna be hard, but I didn't expect him to just come out swinging that
But
quick.
no, I'm a big weeb because it's mainly the video games too. It's just, I want to learn language and I love just Japanese culture and aesthetic and the language and everything about it. And I sort of want to go to Japan, and I also don't want to about it. And also this is cool. I'm gonna lie.
I like the
Afraid to admit
and the women like you. That's true. Like Catherine laws. Or a bunch of fucking whiny incels. See, so Japanese women are just desperate for any dick that's not Japanese dude dick.
Is Hikikomori-ism like an actual problem
Yes.
in Japan?
Yeah.
It's not like super. It's not like oh my god the problem. It's not like it's
Is it
uncommon.
epidemic levels?
You know what else is a kind of weird cultural phenomena in Japan? Phenomenon is they have weird mom on son incest, and it's not like as hot as you think it sounds. it's
It's more like
it's more like the parents are like, I don't want my kids being focused on sex in school because they won't study effectively.
so they jerk them off.
So they jerk them off.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and it's a thing.
It's sort of it's not like super widespread, but it's not like it doesn't happen. You know what I mean? It's not like it's not like it's in your dojo. There are reported cases of it.
Fucking piece of shit. Poison bastard.
Oh, Japan. What a weird place.
It's like and she doesn't even give the common decency to actually fuck the son, man. Come on, is this a jerk off? Come on, man.
Mom, are you gonna at least have the fucking common courtesy to fuck me?
Or like sucking off or something. Shit, you don't want some wet.
Most moms fuck their kids with being grounded. But in this case, they literally smash your ass into the ground.
But no, I'm a pretty high level. I admit to it. I'm not gonna like. No, I am. I embrace the fact. It's part of my character.
Yeah, what?
Ow! Oh my god! This guy's
I-
really fucking hard.
Unlike the song by the Vapors, I'm not turning Japanese because that's actually an epithet for jerking off. Literally, turning Japanese is about jerking off. That's what that song's about.
Yeah.
That's the face you make. Yeah, but the blow.
Well, the yummy, I got love in my tummy is about sucking dick, so, I mean...
Is
that's
that really what it's about?
Yes.
I never would have made that connection. How fucking stupid.
But no, there's a lot. There's a lot of fun stuff with turning
Stop
Japanese.
attacking.
But no, I love. Yeah. I would say. Would you say 95 or would you get higher?
Me?
Moles. No, for me. How would you? Would you say I'm 95 in the 0 to 100 weeb meter, or am I higher? Or
Oh,
what?
you're pretty high,
pretty
dude.
high, bro.
How high? See, so
I think I'd agree with your estimation, like around 90.
is he so high,
Oh,
high above me? She's so lovely. Cleopatra, Aphrodite,
Oh, my
Joan
fuck.
of Arc.
He's actually gonna fucking get me. I can't believe this.
You're fucked, bro. You're fucked.
Come on, you fuck. You fuck.
Dirty fuck. Oh, oh, damn, them blood attacks.
Didn't do shit, though. And now he's fucking powering up. No!
Don't let him power up. Stun lock that bitch.
Fuck your poison blade. I don't like you. Stop it. Knock it off.
You almost fucked up.
This guy's a fucking piece of shit. Oh no!
Oh,
Sora, watch me defeat this horrible ninja.
Zora. I'm sorry, Zora.
Fucking die already! God, Jesus Christ! He's dead.
That ninja ain't right.
That ninja ain't right.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Tilda.
Well, now that he's dead, I'll go collect his weapons. Oh my God.
You delightfully cute cat.
Dragon's blood droplet.
Oh, that wasn't worth that. The prayer bead was, but that.
What he give?
He gave me a prayer bead and he gave me a fucking Sakura droplet, but I almost never use those because I don't die that often in this game. Because I'm just fucking good. Because I'm just
You
You are
fucking.
like
Die
Triple
like
H.
3 or
You
4
are the
times
game.
every
You're just
play.
that damn good.
No, actually, it was weird. There's this thing that happens, like, because certain events don't happen unless you die a number of times, and I didn't die enough to get the fucking dragon rot until at least halfway through the game, and there were a couple of items that I ended up not being able to collect just because, like,
Not enough dragon rot.
yeah, they were like, wow, nobody usually gets through the game.
Dragon Rock, like Rock Dragon, Dragon Ball Z.
It's just like Dragon Ball Z,
Dragon
except
Rock.
for
Also, can we just say that the original Hedgehog beats the fuck out of Rock the Dragon?
oh yeah, of course, there's no question.
Haycock.
Although Rock the Dragon is really dorky and fun.
Dragon.
Rock the Dragon Ball Z. Ow!
It was like that. It was mainly made for Americans so that they would watch the anime.
Yeah, it's like, let's get these fucking ADD afflicted children to think, whoa, this is fucking
these-
cool, man.
these-
Dragon Ball Z.
These
What the fuck? The letter Z is the coolest letter of the alphabet.
Dragon Balls. And then you got like, it's like, look at these outfits.
Man, I bet kids love the letter Z. What's the?
That's such a
Let's
'90s
get
thing.
these
Think about it, that's such a
freaking
'90s
artists.
thing. Adding Z to things to make it sound cool, or like
Or
X.
X.
Yeah,
X.
X and Z. Those are like the edgy letters.
Because they're at the end of the alphabet.
Why isn't Y edgy?
What the fuck?
What
It
the
crashed.
It sure
You
did.
crashed, bro. Why'd you crash?
I don't know why it did that. It's still running, but
You
what the
X'd out?
fuck? That was
What?
weird. I don't know what that was.
What?
It was your mom.
My mom showed up and she turned off the video game and she said, "Fuck me right now.
Boomer.
Let me jerk you off. You're too busy.
Aren't you studying?
Boomer alert.
Why aren't you studying?"
Right, starting for the exam.
Ashina outskirts.
Oh, I know where to go. Yeah, I remember.
Oh,
Oh, God.
oh.
No. Ghost Samurai, my literal worst fear.
Dude.
Ow!
No, moles.
Yeah.
But what if your mom was Tulsi Gabbard? Would you be against the hand job?
No. I'd probably be like, yeah.
Did you see that Tulsi Gabbard
Ow!
abstained on the vote?
Yeah,
to
as
impeach
president.
Trump?
Yeah, I did.
And everybody on Twitter's like, Russian plant, can't not very presidential if you can't make a decision. I'm like, you motherfuckers are
Probably
shitheads.
because it's a fucking farce and she recognizes it.
It's a farce?
It's a farce.
Really?
Isn't it's just symbolism because there's no way the Senate's gonna remove him.
Right, but like
It's
that
just-
doesn't make it a farce. That just means that the Senate is controlled by the group of people who won't vote against him.
Maybe it's because it's a waste of time.
And it's not a waste of time. Like most of politics is about symbolism. Like, it's definitely not a waste of time.
Symbolism.
Well, I guess
Symbols are for the simple-minded.
symbols are fucking symbolically dumb. And, you know what? Put it this way. A lot of good the symbology of the Paris Climate Accord agreement did because literally no one's following it.
Well, that's because we backed out of it.
Is it really that, or is it
Yeah,
that a
no,
bunch of people that already said they were a part of it didn't follow through with their plans or
No,
promises?
it's because the United States backed out of it. The United States has always been a world leader on things like that. And anytime we back out of things, everybody else just doesn't follow it up with them. Only when like the United States actually follows through on things it says it's going to do other countries also do that. Like that's how it's been for decades.
Okay, but is that our problem
Yeah.
or their fault?
Yeah. No, it's our. Well, it's definitely partially their fault, but it's also. you
So
know,
a
like-
country can say that they're about like a certain degree of. Like a country can lie about being about that life. but just because we don't do it, they suddenly go, oh well,
I'm not
since they
saying
didn't
I'm not
do
saying
it.
it's right. I'm saying that is the way it is. Those are different things.
Okay, well, I'd say that just means that every other country is too pussy to put their money where their mouth is.
Yeah, but
Looking
the
at you,
thing is that
France.
I guarantee you that they would have, I mean, even if they weren't doing it perfectly, right? They would have done better if the United States had shut or had like not withdrawn, basically.
You know, it's weird. I should go ask that girl I know in SF, who's from Nagoya, if about the mom son incest thing.
Should really get really interested about this topic now, yeah.
She's like, hey, baby.
Hey, so
What?
did your mom ever try to fuck you?
She's a woman. What is she gonna?
Your mom ever? Yeah. Why should that matter? Maybe moms want to fuck their daughters. I don't know.
Well, all I know is she's in her 40s.
Keep their minds off boys.
She's the one that I fucked on a period and war painted. Did I tell you that one?
I did. I heard that.
Did I tell you that one, Rolo?
What?
When I had sex with the Japanese girl in San Francisco who was like in her 40s, she was on her period, and I got it in my hand, so I war painted it. I like war paint. I just put it on my head like a war paint. I've done that. I also earned my Red Wings with the Korean girl I dated before her, because I ate her on her period, so I got the Red Wings. I ain't
But
her
back
friend
back to symbology in politics.
because Red Wings.
The whole being like, okay, well, if a tree falls in the woods and no one's around to hear it, does it make a noise kind of
It does, yes.
thing?
If
It's just gonna get repealed in the Senate, or it's not gonna go through in the Senate, then does it really matter if we vote yes on it now?
If
Yes,
a
it does.
woman's all alone in the woods on her period, does it really happen?
That's like saying, oh, just because I'm not gonna get caught robbing a bank, it's not a bad thing, or just because I'm not gonna get caught murdering someone, it's not a bad thing. Like, you try to do the right thing regardless of whether it's gonna work out or not. At least in theory. But like also there, I mean.
No, it's not. No, it's not, because
it's
it's
not
a
gonna
different.
happen, but it's possible that they could vote against him. It's not gonna happen, but the thing is that it should, because what he did should clearly be illegal. Like asking a foreign power to spy on an opponent, for an upcoming election, and using using taxpayer money effectively to bribe that person to do it or extort them to do it, like that should clearly be something that's illegal.
Yeah. Oh!
So it should be falling to your death.
That's illegal. Don't fall to your death if you're a ninja.
Yeah, that's clearly illegal. But like, and the thing is that like he clearly should get in trouble for it. He should get impeached. Like they keep comparing him to Bill Clinton, which it doesn't make any sense because what Bill Clinton originally did that got him in front of a thing where he could lie, although he shouldn't have lied at all. That's something that's not.
Yeah, so he shouldn't have gotten in trouble for a blowjob in the White House, but he should have gotten in trouble for lying about
Yes.
not getting the blowjob in the White House.
Right, yeah, exactly. Yeah. Precisely. But like what Trump did was way worse than that. It was more equivalent to what Nixon did, who definitely got impeached and would have been taken out of office except he resigned, but Trump's not going to resign. And what he did was worse than what Nixon did, because what Nixon did, while it was effectively the same thing, didn't involve some foreign country doing it for us.
Oh.
The whole thing. Impeachment.
Impeach. I kept seeing all the goddamn signs all over Sacramento. I drive up there and I keep seeing like just his face just impeach. Like, oh my fucking god, I can't escape this.
No.
It's
important.
It's sort of why I've started like stopped listening to news shit and I just do nothing but like Japanese study on my work and just listen to that. So I'm like,
Yeah, but then you're just gonna have
here's
problems
the
with Abe. What's his face?
Here's the thing is,
funny thing,
though, like
you
even
know what's funny about that? I've actually been listening to Japanese podcasts and like news, and I hear Trump stories in Japanese. And I can't escape it.
here's the thing though, if he
Go to
gets
the little
impeached,
impeach
couldn't he
center.
just run anyway and still possibly get elected?
No.
No?
Well, okay. Well,
Because he's impeached.
legally-
Because if he's impeached, he's just out of like
No.
he's still able to run
No,
unless
so-
he's convicted of a crime.
So he's right now being impeached doesn't do
Impeached.
anything, right?
Right.
If he is found guilty of the charges that have been brought against him because of this or during this impeachment, right, he'll be taken out of office. And once he's out of office, because being the president shields you effectively from any litigation. Once he's out of office, they can try him for what would in theory be high crimes and could possibly be punished with execution.
Damn.
Yeah. But realistically, what will actually happen is that he will not be voted out of office, and even if he is, he'll be pardoned by Mike Pence, and that's just the way it is.
Yeah.
That's the other thing. I always laugh at those impeach Trump. I'm like President Pence, and they double think about that. They go, oh shit, like you don't understand. Getting rid of Donald Trump is not going to solve your problems because you got President Pence in the pocket, and that's
Yeah.
a nightmare you don't want to deal
He'll
with.
bring back the electroshock therapy that he totally
Mike,
did.
Mike, electric shock if you like the cock Pence.
Okay, Vincent Olma says he could be the first president to become impeached and then win re-election. The lulls from that would be legendary, and not sure if there's a Dem who can stop him.
Heads would explode, that's for sure.
I'm pretty sure that what would happen is that the Democrats would try very, very hard to pass a piece of legislation saying that you can't run after being impeached. I guarantee you that's what they would try to do.
Yeah.
And let's be honest, that's kind of like, that seems how it, like, that just seems like it makes sense.
Yeah.
But I would counter that if he did get impeached and then he did get reelected, that would definitely be the will of the people. And this is a democracy in theory, right?
Technically
Wrong.
A republic. Technically a republic.
Wrong. To paraphrase, wrong.
Yeah, it's definitely a republic. And also, we don't have direct elections. We have the stupid fucking college. Yeah.
We have an oligarchy.
One of those electoral colleges are going to drop out. It would suck.
Yeah.
Professors suck at the electoral college.
Dude, the electoral college has gone against the Democrats 3 times in the last 100 years. That's crazy to me.
It's
And
almost like they
and
have a
against the-
bias or something.
And against the independents for the past 200.
Yes, you are correct. It is a democratic republic, and not a Congo.
Not a conga line? Damn it. I really wished it
Congo.
had been a conga line.
AKA the capital of rape in the world.
Yeah,
Like, if you
one of the worst places to live in the world.
if you look at like the crime statistic of like how much rape there is, it's like out like the between Congo and then second place is like a fucking like steep cliff. Like what the fuck happened here?
Steve Cliff.
It is. It's like you look at like per 10,000, it's like over 1,000.
Yeah.
Like the second place is like 150. It's
Well,
like, what?
dude, it's because their armies use rape as like a weapon against people in the countryside. So
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it's great if you're in the army, but like it's horrible if you just live in the country. Actually, apparently, a lot of like aid workers who go there have to have like armed guards all the time because of like, how fucked up it is.
Yep. Which makes you question, why do you even go there?
To help people.
Man, I gotta help yourself first. And this one, man, you're not helping yourself. You are getting rid of one of Maslow's needs.
Well, they're okay. They're totally okay. It's totally normal living in the Congo. They like it there.
I mean that is basically where human beings came from, so it should be really nice there, right?
Yeah.
It should be.
It's probably not.
The
But we
birthplace of... Actually...
thank you, Europe, for fucking up that whole place. With your borders.
Shaky,
Well,
squiggly borders.
The problem is that like even if they didn't impose the borders that are there, right? There would still be regional conflicts because like people who literally live right next to each other believe that each other are so inferior that they're not even human. So like
Tootsies and Tootsies in Rwanda, baby.
like a lot of the problems came from colonialism, but let's be honest, Africa had a lot of problems regardless of whether there was colonialism or not.
Same thing with parts of the Middle East where they're like, you're literally killing each other over very minor differences in your religious belief. Hot fucking damn.
It was the other guy, not the fun guy, but it was his other guy. That was the guy.
Uh-huh.
Shia and Sunni is fucking
Yeah.
hilarious to me.
I remember looking at like it's such a weird difference. But-
It's a very subtle difference.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everything else is identical except for that one tiny little thing.
And then they kill each other for it. Hey, let's throw them off the roof. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
That's what I don't get. Like you see, it, like in Christian sects, and it's like and you would think those three would get along: Christianity, Islam, and Judaism, because they're almost like based out the same fucking root.
Nope.
But they don't. Like you would think they would go. You know what? We all sort of worship the same God. What do you think about it?
Oh,
Just-
they do. They work exactly the same god.
They should all just
Warp?
fucking kill each other and get it over with.
Just
Burn
lock
the
all-
world down.
Just-
Burn the world down.
Just put all the people into one giant like Mad Max zone, and the winner gets to be the winning religion.
No, have them all pick a trial by combat champion. Pick the fighter for Judaism, pick the fighter for Christianity.
See, I don't
Pick-
think you want to do that
Why not?
because I'm pretty sure that the Islam guy would win, the Muslim guy,
Yeah.
and then we'd all have to be Muslim, and that sounds awful.
Well, no,
'cause
we just you,
No,
I
no,
don't
it's
want
not. It's
Sharia
not.
law.
It's not that we'd all have to be Muslim. It's just whoever wins gets the Holy Land.
Oh, just the Holy Land.
Yeah, just the Holy Land.
Oh man, I don't think the Jews are gonna like that. I think they're gonna call you anti-Semite.
Whatever.
well, if that wouldn't affect me, I would probably just go. I'd just convert to Shintoism,
There you go.
or I can just turn to Baalism like King Ahab and they cause a drought for 3 years.
Grab that tool right
Remember?
What tool? The one that's.
Do you remember
Yeah,
that?
that one.
Do you know that
Yeah,
story?
can't try it. No.
The Elijah tale, King
No.
Ahab and Jezebel.
No, I
there.
can't
Ooh,
say I do.
Jezebel. Hey baby.
He basically went from worshiping the Jewish god Yahweh or something, and then he
Uh-huh.
went to Baalism, and then it caused the drought for 3 years. And then the prophet of Baal challenged Elijah to a summoning contest. Elijah won, and they all got beheaded.
Damn.
Basically, and then on top of it, after King Ahab died, the Queen Jezebel got thrown out of a window by the people. This basically like, "Fuck you, bitch! You caused this thing. We're going back to Yahwehism." And their rains came back, and there wasn't the drought and famine anymore.
The human sacrifice as a method for bringing the rains is a disturbingly common practice.
Turns out we really like killing people. It's fun.
Funny enough, not in Japan though. Never in Shintoism. They just pray and
You
fucking.
you say that, but I would not be surprised if there was human sacrifice at somewhere along
There-
that chain.
There
There's-
was. Look at
That's
this
probably
guy.
true, but it hasn't been there for a lot longer than a lot of other places.
Look at this guy. He's drinking water. He's sacrificed that water.
But they usually just go to the priestess, and the priestess does it because, well, usually that god isn't right.
It's George Takei. He's
Sacrifice.
drinking the waters. He's becoming a
'Cause
fish
usually
person.
They usually just human sacrifice to test out how good their blade is.
That's a good. I mean, that's yeah.
They just get condemned criminals and say, okay, how many?
It's a 2-body blade.
Uh-huh.
I got a 4-body blade. Fuck off.
My blade has so many bodies. I fuck it.
Oof.
Cause I bet you could say like I
That
don't
sounds
think
like a
I
verb.
don't think Shintoism really had human sacrifice. Maybe other religions within Japan, but I don't think Shinto itself did that. And Shinto ended up sort of winning, and then Buddhism came around and sort of hung around. And said, hey, we're
Yeah,
pretty
but
cool.
Is Shinto actually a religion, or is it just like
Shinto is the
It's-
name
yeah.
for the religion because it didn't get the name Shintoism for a long time. But basically, when Buddhism and then Christianity showed up in Japan, they had to give it a name. Like fuck it, Shintoism.
It's basically just a pagan.
It's
version,
basically
yeah.
our indigenous gods of Japan, Shinto.
Yeah.
They had to come up with a name with it because they had Buddhism and Christianity hanging
But
around.
it's not like an organized religion the way.
It's sort
They have,
of
like-
is, 'cause
they
have the
have
temples.
priests.
They have the priests and the temples and
and
shit.
Right, but
Yeah.
each priest is devoted to a different. It's more like the Greek gods, where each
You have the temple of
has a
this, the
different
temple
god.
of that.
That's
yeah.
true. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not like a monotheistic religion.
No,
where,
there's a fuck ton of gods in
Yeah.
in Shinto.
hell,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
not even like Wicca, where they have just a small set of gods.
It's a lot. There's
Yeah.
a lot in Shintoism. And their main god is the goddess, the sun, Amaterasu. Who actually, the reason why is there's a cave apparently that's sealed off in Japan because she got like, she did something, or Susanna
She
did
got the big
something,
dick in there.
got pissed off, went to this cave, there was no sunlight for months.
She pulled
People
out
were
her
pissed
dick.
off, and literally, I think like the goddess of parting, a woman got naked, and it made Amaterasu go, "What the fuck's going on here?" And then they yanked her out, and they boarded off the cave, and so the sun keeps coming out.
That
So
kind
lit-
of.
So it shows off that Amaterasu is sort of bisexual,
Hot.
because literally, she came out because a woman was stripping her clothes outside of her cave. Because wait, what the hell's going on out here?
Let's face it. All the best gods are bisexual. They fuck
what?
bicycles.
What? What happened when she came out of her cave? Did the sun
came
go
back out.
away?
No, the sun came out.
Oh, the sun
We
came
finally-
out.
we- 'cause there wasn't a sun for like months, and people were like, "We need the sun. This is getting bad." People started
Oh, so they made her get naked in front of the cave.
the party goddess got naked in front of the gate in front of the cave in an effort to lure Amaterasu out, and it worked.
It's hot.
Check it out. We're going to the Divine Realm to
Holy shit!
meet
what is that?
Amaterasu.
Amaterasu Okami.
Oh boy, you
That's
got
why
crushed.
Okami is called Okami. It's a word. It's a word play.
Is this
Because
crush porn?
Amaterasu Okami is that, but Amaterasu Okami would be wolf demon. But if it's Okami, it's the full title where you get the girl in the really luxurious robes, beautiful. But yeah,
Sexy one.
yeah.
He's
It's
got a
literally-
big giant
Oh,
wooden boner.
Is that who? What's her face in?
Okami, the
in-
wolf.
Yeah.
That's literally Amaterasu supposed to be the sun goddess
I
as a
did
wolf.
not know that.
It's a play on. It's literally because it's Amaterasu Okami be Amaterasu wolf god, and Amaterasu Okami is literally just the
That's
oh.
actually
oh.
that's actually kind
It's
of
a,
awesome.
it's a complete word pun.
That's weird.
Fucking
This guy's
Groot-
like, oh, I
fucking-
wish I could walk faster, but I'm just a bunch of ropes.
man, Groot got big. What the fuck?
I am Rope. That's his name. He's Rope. He's not Groot. He's Rope.
Wait, now
I
it's falling
am
over.
Rope. Oh,
What is going on?
I tripped and fell down.
Did he crush you?
Nope. He picked us up and he carried us to the divine realm.
Are you like stuck in him?
I'm stuck inside of his
Is this
hands.
stuck porn?
I'm stuck inside of his straw hands.
Oh, did you see that book I found in Japantown? I went to Kinokuni today. Let me show you it. It's hilarious.
I'm sorry, but those pieces of straw are like fucking branches. They would
Look
that
at
would
the
wreck
look at
you.
the name of this book.
God damn it. Cabin porn inside.
I commented it with sound like there's a lot of wood in there. Kinky.
God damn it. Ashina Traveler. Achievement unlocked.
Okay, I need to remember what weapons work against this fucker.
Heavy weapons guy.
The big dick.
I am
You
heavy
need a big
weapons guy.
Big dick.
This is my weapon.
I do not know the way. Or
Yeah,
do you know the way?
You
This is
do.
the way.
Yeah.
Have you seen
I
those
want-
memes?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
I
you got the
know
knuckles?
God
all
damn it.
about those memes.
I fucking hate that meme so
Ugandan
much.
Knuckles. Ugandan Knuckles.
And The Mandalorian.
Yep. I hate the fact that
I hate it.
The fucking that you did. You know the way was a VR chat meme that like exploded and it just got out of control.
Yes, it did.
It was a legit like Ugandan guy playing with that weird Knuckles avatar. You
God,
know the way.
beautiful. Do you know the way though?
I know the way to San Jose.
This is the way.
That's a song, by the way. The way to San Jose is a legit song.
That stupid meme. pisses
It's
me off so
consuming.
much.
It's consuming your entire thought.
Am I seeing cough syrup over here? It is cough syrup. What the fuck?
I love cough syrup, man. I drink it.
Okay, Jamarcus Russell, get that purple drink.
Technically, that's a different kind of.
That's codeine.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna do my best to fuck up this boss.
Ganbate!
Mouse?
Ganbaro!
Can you not fight
Futo-san.
the big
Futo-san.
straw man?
No, the big straw man is
I
just a
just-
straw man, which means we knock him down.
By the way, you do remember why I call you Futo-san or Futoi-san, right?
Mm-mm.
It means Mr. Fat.
Oh yeah, Futoi-san. Yeah.
Because that's why I call him Futo or like Futo-san or Futoi-san. Basically, I'm calling him Mr. Fat.
Mr. Fat. I appreciate this.
Futoi-san.
Master fan.
Master Fat.
Well,
Look at
that'd be
Master
Sama,
Blaster.
but Sama is too grovelly. Oh, Futoi-sama. No.
Futoi-sama. I wish I could. No, you should call me that because that sounds funny.
Futoi-sama.
Futoi-sama. The
Show me
fact
the
that
ways
you
of
have to say it that way makes it funny.
You look good in dress. You
Hey,
look better on
You
floor.
look better on my floor.
Wait, is there a something between San and Sama that is respectful but not as like your
Tough
monk
boss.
No.
as Bowsy?
No.
Corrupted monk Sama?
No,
This guy fucks.
Sama. It's like San. It's pretty much San and Sama. Because Sama is like sort of like groveling. You pretty much only take like your dojo master almost. But
What, you don't even say it to your bows?
you probably don't even like I said, you wouldn't even like the president of your company showed up. You probably wouldn't even say Sama then. It's too grovelly. Because your boss would go, you have no backbone. Why are you saying that? And if you call yourself ex-Sama, you would be highly arrogant. And everybody would look at you like, hey, shithead. Like, even Miyamoto Musashi hated people calling him Sama. And he got the best sword.
Yeah, I can see that. That's the problem with those fucking honorifics is they would change really rapidly in like over the course of just like decades because people would have a bunch of taboos about saying them.
There's also Senpai, which is like mild Senpai. He's like his older coworker. And then there's like Kun and Chan.
On even babier.
Chan is such a word like you just rarely use that. But no, you take Kun and Chan. You take Kun's to a guy, and Chan's to a girl.
Wasn't Chan already like baby talk and Han is an even bigger baby talk?
Chan is it got sort of how it got used over time became more adult. Usually it's honorific. Usually it's Chan because like really close with like that.
Somebody will flip it photos.
And it's like because San is, you can use for men and women.
Yeah.
But like when you get to know somebody, you'd be called them Chan or
There's that centipede.
Human centipede.
He's got a centipede in his head, yeah.
A big centipede. Why are there
But-
so many fish and centipedes and shit in this game?
Because fish are
It's a huge
supposed
part
to...
of Japanese culture. There's a lot of that shit.
Well, for the purposes of the lore in this one, the fish are like a form of life that is already immortal, and so people tend to aspire to become like carp.
Magikarp.
Magikarp. Remember the time you went as a Magikarp?
Yeah. That was a great cosplay.
Oh, that was you at the at Fanime in that video.
I don't know about the video. But I have been Magikarp and at least one occasion, if
Whoa.
How about
Jesus Christ.
my cosplays have been Duke Nukem. My first cosplay ever was Duke Nukem. Fun fact. Skinny asked me to Duke Nukem. I did Leon. No, I did Dante after that, right? Or did I do Phoenix Wright?
I forget.
And then I also did Leon Kennedy once. I've done Albert Wesker once. Makoto Naegi from Danganronpa. Kanji from Persona. I feel like I'm forgetting one. I was working on a Toby from Catherine cosplay, but the girl who was Erica broke up. I still have the beanie. He did Erica. He was taller than me.
Jesus.
Like seriously, this girl named Kelly, she like was taller than me. She had like 2 inches on me. Like 6 feet.
Oh, my
Tall ass.
thigh!
She was Czechoslovakian girl.
Tall check.
Tall Czech, yeah.
Tall
She was the last white girl ever dated. And I think that's her dating her pretty much like fucking white girls after that.
Oh, my God.
Because I got dicked around so much. Like I know she had epilepsy and I feel bad for her, but like
She had epilepsy, and I feel bad for her.
well, the problem was every time. It was more like every time. 'Cause she didn't have the grand mal where she like on the floor.
Yeah.
She had the complex something where she like was like make a broken record and she would get headaches. But like it was like every time I go make a date, I work around with work, I shift my shifts around, I owe people stuff. Oh, I can't come see you. I was like motherfucker. It was like every fucking time. I had like worked that off for like 6 months. All that shit I owed. And then, on
Damn
top
it.
of
I was
would,
so
like, try,
close.
And I would try talking to her, and I would go like, "Oh yeah, how you doing?" And I wouldn't hear from her for like 2 days, and then she would text me back, "Oh, how are you doing?" I was like, "What?" Or like I would ask if she's free today, and I wouldn't hear from her till the day after. I'm like, "Well, now it's not fucking."
It's not the day anymore. Yeah.
Uh-huh. It was shit like that all the time. Where like I got stood up on dates sometimes, and then like it just drove. It was such a pain in the ass, and I only got that kind of shit from white girls because it was not the only. Like, I've dated other white girls, and they all did shit like that. I never got that kind of shit when I dated Asian girls or Latina girls. The only reason the Latina girl didn't work out is because she wanted me to convert to Catholicism. And I was like, yeah, nah. You know, I'm not going to change the way I live and my belief system because if you try again. So,
Some things ain't worth the pussy.
exactly.
The-
But the thing, I've never had a problem. With white girls, I've had like so much stupid bullshit when it comes to dealing with their mind games, flakiness, and like, okay, I'm heading on over right now because I'm gonna come get you. We're going on the date. I'm like halfway there, and I live in Galt, and but you know what I mean at the time.
We
And-
canceling white girls in
And
2019.
she
They're
lived
canceled.
way up, and she lived like an hour and a half away. And I'd be halfway there, and like, oh, something came up. I'm like, like my dog got sick. Well, can I come over and see you help you carry your dog?
No.
Mother, it was. I got so mad. Like, oh,
Is that
This character that I'm fighting is a white girl.
fuck is that?
it is
But-
white girl.
No, it's just I've noticed that from my dating that you don't
Ow.
get this kind of shit from you get this kind of shit from like girls like from like Asian girls like if they're not gonna be able to see you, they'll like let you give you time in advance like look, it's coming up with the family. I know there's something planned 2 days, but I promise next weekend. I've gotten replans. With the white girls I got, they got canceled and they don't replan. You gotta replan the whole thing all over again. Hope it fucking sticks. Like, good God.
Fuck. I
Making plans. Never. With anyone.
special that way.
All the girls I've dated have all been like long. So I've always had to make a plan. Because a lot of the girls I date are pretty, really, like standards what I try to date, but oddly enough, I don't. I just sort of want them to talk to me, see. Like, if they buy me gifts, it's just extra.
People that care about you, that's
That's unreal. You're like in the wrong here.
But no, I'm just saying, like, because it's funny, because there's a girl I used to know who's now dead because she offed herself.
well, you know
was
what they say.
Who was the exact opposite. She had no standards. I think you might have known this girl, by the way, Moles.
Yeah.
I'll say her name afterwards. Well, then again, she's
that's-
dead.
Just describe them.
One of our former friends, who's the fucking crazy dude, he sort of dated her for a little bit, and we lived in the apartment. She was a bigger girl. She dressed as the Riddler.
Oh, okay.
ES was her initials. Well, you won't get the name if you don't.
Yeah.
But
I don't think I knew this person, to be honest.
like I knew, but this girl like had no standards. She would date anyone who gave her attention, but she expected them to be like a fucking Prince Charming with a horse and carrying her off to the fucking sunset. Like she wanted everything up front with interest. This girl had such an unrealistic past fact of love and like relationship, but she was never ever happy because no one ever lived up to extremely high expectations of dating.
On the very first date.
Yeah, almost. And she was a juggalo on top of all this shit. It was just
Oh
like-
well, give her my number
Well, she's dead.
from the afterlife. Call up
She
call up
fucking-
Lady Sadie or whatever the
She
fuck
fucking-
that
she
medium
fucking
spiritual
offed
lady is.
herself. But no, she had this crazy shit, and she offed herself. And when I got told she offed herself, my first words, hard, like we tried helping her. I feel bad she passed away, but when I heard she died, I was like, I'm surprised it took this long. Was literally my words. Because I felt like
I'm sorry you killed yourself, but fuck off.
I'm sorry you offed yourself, but you've been like this for like years. You like whenever you ask us for advice and we try to help you out, it feels like it's coming out one or the other because you say, oh yeah, I'll do that, and then you do the same thing you've been doing and it's failing every other time.
I know someone kind of like this. You and me know someone kind of like this, Rolo.
And then
Everyone knows someone kind of like this.
and then you can explain to me after the stream who it is. But the other thing on top of that was at her wake, apparently, the person that we know, the man,
This person, yeah.
said he was gonna like go up and say some words of like going like, oh, I'm so sorry, you know, it's sad that she's gone, but it's all your fault, you know, and point to everybody in the wake.
Oh fuck! Oh, I got teared to death. So he just
And-
totally lied to her.
He wanted what?
Totally lied to her. He wanted to get into her pants.
What are you talking about? Actually didn't want to.
Oh.
No, he actually was what he didn't want to do. I was for a little bit. After he got to know her, he's like, yeah, fuck that shit. But no, he said at the wake he really wanted to go say you know, do the eulogy, do a little eulogy, stretch memories, and then say it's sad she passed away, but hope you know it's all your fault and point to everybody in the crowd.
Oh my god! What the fuck?
Yeah. That's another one. Remember the other guy? You remember BS?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
There's a friend of theirs named Shades. Is his nickname, and he's like a devout Christian, and they're talking about how sad she's died. And you're like, well, I hate to break it to you, she ain't in heaven, she's in hell because of what she did. And then she off herself, so that's mortal sin.
And this was at the wake that they said this?
At the wake.
Wow.
At the wake. This
That
shit.
sounds like some fucking fun.
Yeah.
Sounds like.
I'm actually sort of sad that I didn't go to this wake. You know, really
Yeah,
care.
I would pay to go to this, and I didn't even know the person.
I sort of knew the person, but after hearing this, man, I wish I was there to see all this bullshit, man.
Yeah, that sounds like the kind of shit you can't pay for.
Uh-huh. Because I thought that. I feel actually bad for her dad because that was his only kid. So his bloodline is over.
Ah.
Love is over.
Love is over.
But But seriously, yeah, like this girl, she had she would date anybody, but she had the most unrealistic fucking expectations in the fucking world.
Expectations, you know what
She
they
al-
say about them.
Yep, and she
Don't have
also
'em.
Don't have them.
and she also drank pretty heavy, and she's a pretty hefty lady. She was a pretty big girl.
Hefty.
I like hefty bags.
But yeah, I'm
Do you
I'm
like-
sort of
Hefty bags.
she,
never heard of
but yeah,
that.
she lived a life that she put in herself in a way that she wouldn't be able to ever be happy because she just
Who needs to be happy?
Well, hopefully she's
Happiness
better.
is for losers.
Hopefully she's happier in hell. Anyway, we're gonna call it quits for the night because
It is fucking 3:20.
it's 3 a.m.
Hey Stu, what are you doing?
making Sekiro pudding
But it's 3 a.m. Why on earth are you making Sekiro?
because
pudding?
I love this game. Game of the year, bitch.
Here's your Sekiro pudding,
Sextra.
Riley. Roll.
I love Sextra pudding.
I love it. I love it. I love it when people die. Fuck them.
Good night, Vincent.
That's all I say.
Good night.
Fuck them.
Good night.
I just talked about a bunch of weird shit tonight.
Hey man, that's what this stream is for.
I love how I
Good
also
night.
like brought up